here. Okay. What? Yeah, it looks a little less. It usually looks like you just got out of being in trouble. It's cute. It's like a little thing. I don't know.
Sorry, give me 1 second. My audio is so quiet.
Hi.
It's so strange.
Okay.
Hi. I don't know why it's so quiet. I can't hear a thing.
Oh. Are you on a computer or an iPad or?
I'm on my phone.
Good morning, shut-ins.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? We're happy to see you guys. Heather Marie, Derek.
Dude DQ.
What's going down, everybody?
Hi, Heather Marie Brown.
We, and those of you over on Instagram, if you feel like it, you can come watch the full
I gotta
show.
tell my boy we getting on. We starting. We're going live right now. My boy's a farmer. He wants to watch.
What's going on, Johnny? Nice to have you on. So we have a pretty cool show today. We have Thirsty Thursdays with a thirst trap.
Thirsty Thursdays with a thirst trap. Yeah, do the snap.
Ah, that's good.
Let me see. Oh, there go Kobe. Shout out to my man Kobe. For all you people out there who either eats bread, any type of wheat products in the Denver area, probably all over around Denver. Kobe Starkey Bond, y'all need to shout him out. He is an essential worker. He is a big-time essential worker in the United States of America. He's a big-time American farmer. And he has over 4,500 acres of land that he manages by himself. The dude is a beast. He was my college roommate, so you know he was hanging out with a beast.
What's going on, Hako? Heather Marie, thank you for coming every day. We appreciate it.
But yeah, right now he's driving waters. He said he was driving 5,000 gallons of water to his cows, I believe.
So, Heather Marie, not only I forgot my hair stuff today, but I also trimmed this all up.
Yeah. He has a water tank trailer that holds 1,000 gallons, and he makes 3 to 5 trips to town to fill up on water, and then drop it off for the cows.
Is he watching the show right now? Is he here?
That's him right there. Says I'm here, man.
Oh, what's up?
You can't see.
So everyone, Kobe in the comments. You just heard Eric describe him. Go friend request him or follow him or whatever. So the stuff he posts on Facebook.
Yeah, he's one of my ex-teammates. Played in college with him.
He's a good dude, and
we'll have him on the show.
And he's like newly single, so he needs some fucking love. He needs some love right now.
Oh, he's definitely a single farmer that manages 5,000 acres. You can't beat that. Shoot, I was trying to holler at him when we was talking. I was like, if you need somebody, Come hang out with you. I just take out the cuddling part, all that good stuff. But everything else, I'm here for you, man. Says rate. What? C rate. Cows are big old puppies.
That's cray. Crate.
Oh,
That's
cray.
cray. That is cray.
Mike, did you do something? You look different today. Mike's secret is out. Y'all figured it out. Yep. Mike is definitely disappointed today.
But I also shaved, so I feel a little better. I was looking.
Mike is disappointed.
I was looking
today.
super. What's up, Lady J? Nice to see you.
He ain't get to pick none of his. He didn't get to put none of his style in jail.
And all of a sudden,
You
I
know
was
the
like,
stuff that
shit,
you
there's
know
like
the
nothing.
you know the stuff that make you do this. You gotta go like this, and then you gotta go. You gotta and you gotta look in the mirror, make sure it's straight. No, y'all want to hear a funny story? Look at, So Mike's kids was down, and Brandon is funny. Brandon is Mike's younger son. Brandon is hilarious, but. So me and Brandon was in the back. Brandon was playing his little game on his phone. And so when he gets serious, like when he like winning or he about to win or he like get serious, he like log in and he always do this. He always go. And so like I had said something to him about it. And he got mad defensive and was like, shut up.
Yeah, because that's his move. He like does his hair and then he like does a little shake.
God.
He does a little shake with it,
That
and then he looks
hilarious.
like this at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's like a tiny bit of a scowl, so you think he's mad.
Oh, that was funny. My man's just funny. I love him.
It's not like rest in bitch face. It's just a scowl, tiny scowl. Shout out to Kush Room. We haven't been doing that enough these days. This should go. Apparently, it should go here. Hello. So we're good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Plain Truth. Good to see you joining on YouTube. So today's episode is going to be cool and interesting because it's Thirsty Thursdays with the Thirst Trap, which means that Vanessa Paradis is coming on, and her guest today is Evita Loca.
I just picked my nose on camera. Damn.
So that's always a lot of fun, and
Vanessa's
looking all.
I had something in my nose. Shit. I kissed my eye. I had to pick my nose.
Morning, Cheryl. You forgot you were on camera, on two cameras. You forgot you were like live on two social networks.
No, I was saying. Well, you know how you got something in your nose and it make your nose tickle. So I like stuck my finger in my nose and I was like, oh shit, wait, hold on.
You're like, ooh, that tickle got deeper.
Yeah, I'm not finna. You know when that sudden tickle come, you gotta. It's like that sudden itch. That's what it was, and I'm not finna like ignore it. It's impossible.
So, Derek, I'm about to make new merch. So for all of you out there, we're gonna retire some of the traditional Kush Room merch, and we're gonna come out with some new merch. So we're still gonna have a little bit like. I think for like maybe another 2 days, it'll still be like all of the Kush Room merch, but then we're gonna.
He said, "Put it on Mike's tie." You talking about the booger?
Yeah, no, don't do that. Today's tie is a Versace.
We're gonna put it on the one.
It's a Versace skinny tie for those of you that are bitching about
we're gonna put
some
it on
of the
the
wide
one.
ties. And so look at this. Look at the little thing in there. Isn't that cool?
Looks like a booger. We're gonna put it on the one that
It's gonna look. You're like it's gonna look like a booger in about 3 seconds.
You feel the air passing over it.
You know what's cool about starting the show late when Vanessa comes on first with whoever she's coming on?
She has an entire conversation.
Yeah, we can just leave her on Zoom for like forever, and she's just gonna have fun, and then eventually.
She can hear.
I don't think Vanessa. Can you hear us?
No,
Nah.
I can't hear. They not paying no attention.
Oh yeah, Hako. Like, so I'm actually what I'm gonna go and do is I think I'm gonna leave like the pink T-shirts with Cushroom. I'll leave like one set of Cushroom t-shirts going. I think the rest of it I'm gonna take down. Maybe one hoodie too or something. But then I'm gonna make some new stuff. I've had some people working on some stuff lately, so it should be cool. And then also we're gonna have Pearson Kennedy Crosby on later.
Piers, my man, Piers.
And I think
From
I
Alaska.
messaged him in the middle of the night, and I'm used to him coming on Fridays, or the idea of it being on Fridays. And so I think that I said, hey, are you all set for the show tomorrow? When really it was like today in a couple of hours. So maybe hopefully he got what I said. So Lady J, right now, the Cushroom, there is a Cushroom hoodie that's way too expensive that is hidden. You can actually go and you can find it. It's a separate link under the announcements on our page, and it's a zippered Cushroom hoodie. It's way too expensive. I'm sorry. I don't recommend, if you want to buy it, you can buy it. I'm not recommending that you do. I will tell you, it's outrageously loudly awesome. So it's got the little Cushroom here because it's zippered, and then on the back it's a reverse Cushroom, way too big on the back. So if you want that. Oh, and Derek, there's no such thing as old merch giveaways. Once they're gone, they're gone. They are built on. No, he's just thinking that we have like leftovers. No,
we treat them like the expensive Gucci products, where once it's made, you can't no bring it back, no nothing.
Well, what we can do sometimes is reactivate something, get it real quick, and then shut it back off. If we wanted some like limited edition stuff, we could bring it back. But no, I just want to make some room in there. Like I think people who are going to buy stuff have bought what they want to buy so far, you know. Ouch. And so I want to make some new stuff in case people want to buy some new stuff. Melissa, it's me, Melissa. Good morning. I guess we should just call her Melissa.
Ew. Smells like it has meat in it.
It does. This orange juice smells like it has meat in it. It smells like cup of soup meat. Like the freeze-dried stuff that you put water in and it rehydrates and you eat it. Yeah, that's my breakfast this morning. Is leftovers. Who says I don't eat leftovers?
I eat leftovers.
No, it's not the coffee. It's the juice.
I love leftovers. It's good.
But Melissa, it smells like cup of soup. The orange juice smells like cup of soup today. It's pretty gross. I don't know how for some reason I can't eat a pickled egg, and right now that makes my stomach turn, but I can somehow drink orange juice that smells like cup of soup.
Exactly.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
I guess.
Hako, I already drank a little bit of it. Why? What are you trying to say?
Drink that. The oranges are gonna kill you.
It has high acidity. I figure it would probably be okay.
Oh, that is true.
It also has a lot of sugar, which probably makes it not so okay.
Well, no, sugar doesn't. Well, maybe.
Let's start the contest.
Let's do it.
I have something interesting that I think nobody will want. I bet the dude watching on YouTube will want it. You see that tube thing over there? See, we shouldn't even bother. We shouldn't even bother talking about it.
What?
That tube thing over there on the table, it says Blizzard. You know what Blizzard is, right? Blizzard, it's the video game company.
I think so.
They definitely make a video game that you have played in the past, promise. And
sure.
So that inside of there is a limited edition T-shirt from one of their like best-selling games. That's the kind of thing you can sell on eBay that people will pay like $100 for. But I don't think anyone in the audience wants that. Somebody had given it to me a while back.
Breakfast will be delivered if you PM me, not today.
That's very nice of you, Lady J. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's arguable that your OJ
what you
shouldn't
delivering?
smell like beef.
What you getting us, Lady J? Because I definitely am interested.
You know what I feel like right now? You know what I feel like right now?
Huge omelet.
A chocolate-covered lemon donut. Oh, man, that would be good.
Ew.
Look, no, hold on. Look, it's
So
just
no
like, you
more
ever hear the
breakfast
Boston
on that
cream?
place,
You ever hear
no
the Boston
shout
cream
out
ones?
for them? Why you say no shout out for them?
Because she is saying that if the OJ today smells like beef, then
Oh, well, yeah, the next
I think
day,
it's the
that's
container. I think it's they use the same cups for the cup of soup. It's the old cup of soup cup. They put the orange juice in. They're like, shit, we're out of cups. Just empty out that cup of soup and
Ew, that's disgusting.
it's all like the powder still in there. We're getting
That's so nasty.
getting some protein. What's up, Don? Nice to see you, Don.
That is so
We're glad
nasty.
you showed up. Hey, everyone, make sure you click like or love or something at least once. And then maybe share it. You can share it.
Whatever you want, Eric.
What's nice is if somehow, I think just to
I want a
prevent
big old omelet,
you
all
from
the vegetables,
making anyone angry, you can just share it on your
potatoes,
own page.
French
Melissa, I can't not drink it.
with a little sprinkle of powdered sugar, some strawberries, bananas,
I haven't had any of these in a while.
orange
Look,
juice on the side. Be nice too.
if I'll have some fish pills with the beefy OJ. How's that sound? How much y'all gonna donate? By the way, so we got to talk later.
Oh, now he wanna do the donate. It's funny how he didn't want to talk about donating when the eggs was right here for 30 days, but then all of a sudden, as soon as the eggs leave, now it's donate this, donate that, donate day, donate dot. Like what? Come on, donate when the eggs was here. You didn't want to say it then.
Don, let me tell you about a chocolate-covered lemon donut. It is only from around
It is
here.
only disgusting.
No, you've never had one, have you?
Why would I want a chocolate covered?
Because the mixture of the chocolate and the lemon filling is really, really, really good. And it's like a Boston cream donut, but instead of the pudding inside, the vanilla pudding stuff, it's lemon filling, and it's fire.
Hey,
and they
Hako.
only make it around here. It's like a Fall River thing, maybe New Bedford. And you get outside of here, and I talked to a place in Virginia, a Dunkin' Donuts in Virginia, to start making them.
Hako, I leave right now if you say we can go get that. I'll leave right now with you. I'll leave the show right now.
Yeah, Don, they're
If we go get
so
that,
good.
Hako,
Like, it'll ruin you
right.
for a Boston cream donut. And the proportions are just perfect, because you wouldn't want, like, Boston cream pie is great, but you wouldn't want a chocolate-covered lemon pie. What you want is a chocolate-covered lemon donut, because the donut proportions around the lemon and the chocolate is amazing. It's so amazing. And when I go other places... By the way, have you ever had a donut in California, LA, like Dunkin' Donuts? Don't do it. They don't use trans fats. They're the most disgusting donuts I've ever had in my life. It will make you be like, oh, I don't like donuts anymore. I don't need them anymore, because they don't use trans fats in the donuts. They're just gross. Yeah, lemon. My second favorite so I got a few favorites for donuts, since people are asking. No, let's get to the contest. And then let's get to Thirsty
You like
Thirst.
the donut holes?
Do I like the donut holes? Like the little ones? So I do, but you know which ones I like the best are the ones that have filling. And no, Lady J, there's something I'm telling you.
What's up, Boston Bionics? What's up? Steve. That's his name, Steve. I believe.
I'm always down for a trip to a donut shop. Trip to the donut shop.
Y'all can send some donuts here. I don't know why y'all keep talking about food. It's crazy. Everybody want to talk about food, but don't want to send none. Y'all a bunch of just talkers.
You know what we need is a food coordinator.
Y'all's a bunch of talkers.
We need a food coordinator, because I think people do want to
They
send.
put anchovies on donuts in California.
They probably do if you ask nicely enough.
Yeah, they'd do anything for you in California if you ask nicely. They'd do it for you in Vegas, too.
All right, so the only reason why I haven't started the contest yet is because I wasn't sure what we wanted to give away.
We can give away...
By the way, do you see that Hako and Lady J are planning their own breakfast? See, that's the good that our show does. The good that our show does is that we talk about how desperate we are for breakfast, and then people have conversations about how they're going to have breakfast together without us in the comments. We're enabling.
That's fine. We just
It's
block
cool.
them.
We're enabling people to.
No, we're gonna block them. You don't schedule breakfasts on our show. The fuck?
It just makes us hungry.
Yeah,
Hungrier.
so you're gonna get blocked. You're gonna get muted for 20 minutes.
Eric figured out. Eric has never done it yet. I can't wait for the day when you actually do that.
Yeah, when it gets serious enough, I will.
But it almost is like anyone that deserves to get muted. Once you
Ooh,
mute
ooh.
them, then you can't
I don't care.
hear them.
That's perfect. If you want to send Eric and my food, get in touch with me, and I'll coordinate that for you.
We love Heather Marie.
Well, how about y'all get in touch now and send some while we're here? It only takes 30 minutes, and it's only 10:46.
Yeah, this show, as we know, this show goes for like 3
Lady
hours.
J, you said you.
Lady J wants to do it tomorrow. We're not going to push on Lady J. She said she'd rather do it tomorrow, and that's okay. Maybe for logistical reasons, it needs
It's
to be
okay for
tomorrow.
you.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it were me, I might be like, "Hey, payday is on Friday, so I need to wait until Friday."
Okay, so
It could be that.
then what if we starve by then?
That's the risk she's willing to take.
So, well, then there's no more show if we starve. So basically, it'd be all your fault that we have no more show. So if you want to have that kind of
So
pressure
look,
on you,
the plain truth is putting
that's fine.
avocado, cheese, and a croissant. That actually sounds kind of good. Wouldn't
You
eat
sending that?
Wouldn't you eat that right now? I would kind of eat that if it were like melted and the croissant was lightly toasted.
I'm hungry.
with cheese.
Okay, we're not talking about this.
All right, let's start the contest so that we can get over to Vanessa and her
lose
guest
my
Evita
mind.
Loca.
What's up, Steve? How you doing, man?
All right, so
Man, I'm hungry.
I don't want to give away jam today, and we need to give Avril a break. What else can we give away? I want to give away something. I don't want to give away any of my merch. You know. These are rough South samples.
That's perfect.
I don't even know what that is. It's unmarked. Where's the other stuff?
This thing in there.
Where's the other thing down there?
What is it?
Get that bath thing. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the bath truffle. But that means we gotta give it to somebody. That means we're gonna have to make sure they. All right.
LOL, Eric's t-shirt. What's wrong with my t-shirt? What, it make me look fat? Yeah, because it's a medium.
That's medium. Today's prize is a bath truffle that contains THC in it. And if you take baths or you know somebody that take baths, this is probably going to be perfect for you. And by the way, it's not called a bath bomb, which sounds a little aggressive.
We'll take Eric's
It's a bath truffle, which sounds delicious.
They want us.
It's from Peaceful Potions. It's a prize. No, this is a prize. The bath truffle. Oh, they want Eric's shirt as a prize. But what if it's all stinky, ladies? What if he wears it for too long and it's a little too stinky? Do you still want it then? Anyway, today's prize is a bath truffle. It's from Peaceful Potions.
Oh, hey, Amanda.
It's from Stacy Voigt,
My girlfriend
and
is
it's
dying.
you can reach her at peace and Heather Marie, if you can type it out. It's peacefulpotions@yahoo.com is how you can get a hold of her. But this bath truffle has THC in it.
Steve, what it do, Steve?
It has
Nod?
THC in it.
Steve Nod Jr.
But Dawn, you might know somebody that still likes bath truffles.
No bath for PD patient.
I might
does that
take
mean?
a THC bath too.
That's what they
So let's do this today. Do you guys like that as an idea?
amazing.
Let's do that. That sounds nice. Bath truffle. It's all right. So here's what we're gonna do, because I like what we did the other day. It keeps people going, right? We're gonna do 2 bath truffles today. Nick the intern is no longer with us. We wish him well.
Who?
Lady J was asking about Nick the intern. Gotta hurry up and bin that. All right.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him. It's like one day he was here, the next day he wasn't. It's the Bill Belichick experience.
So Derek, I'm sure that you could figure out how to sort of use them. You could maybe like rub them all over you in a shower. I don't know if that works. I have no idea. But we have 2. So here's the deal: is we're going to figure out what the contest is. The first person, and Heather Marie is going to know the answer. The first person to guess correct is going to win, but also the last person to correct the guess answer is going to win. So we have 2 prizes to give away today. It's 2 bath truffles. First correct answer is going to win. Last correct answer is going to win. I love the last answer kind of thing, because then for the people that are here, it like anyone can win. It makes it kind of crazy.
Start giving away 2
No,
prizes?
no, not every day. Just today
And yesterday.
and today.
And yesterday.
No, yesterday we only did last. We didn't give away 2 yesterday. We only gave away 1.
Look at
Stacy
y'all
will send us
getting a
more
lot
bath
of free
truffles.
stuff.
Stacy,
Y'all getting
they
a
are.
lot of free stuff. For
Y'all
some
are getting a
people
lot of
who
free stuff.
ain't doing nothing for us. No breakfast.
Robert Baby Boy Jeffries says it's not edible, everyone. It's true. It's not an edible truffle. It's a bath truffle, which means you
Robert.
put it in the water, and Amanda Joseph is saying you can make a foot bath with it.
Yeah, Robert.
Which sounds pretty good.
You can sit
hot
and
foot
soak,
bath.
You can sit and soak your body in some nice warm water. I know you like to take baths more than showers.
And who knows, you might win both somehow, and then you'd have 2 bath truffles. Wouldn't that be awesome? It kind of would be. Robert, if you want to win the bath truffle contest, you can always come into the Facebook
course,
stuff, because
Robert.
that's where Heather Marie
Come
can only
on in,
monitor the
Robert.
other one. So you can come in there if you feel like it, or you can keep watching here. That's cool.
Love to get you to win this bath show. We know you want it.
The day we did 2, the tie day was 2. So both Dawn won a tie, which is getting mailed out today, and then also Jay Trentholm won a tie.
Congratulations
You can see
on
my
the tie
face. I'm a little
winners.
concerned.
Congratulations on the tie winners. Make sure you have a good time. Also in the package that come with the ties will be some different knots you can use. There's different knots you can use for wrist, ankles, neck. Whatever you want.
I just huffed a whole bunch of beef.
Whatever you guys are into.
Oh, I just huffed beef when I did
Where
that.
JT at? JT ain't log in. Jay Tizzle, where you at?
Okay. No, we gotta. Oh, you know what this thing is? You know what this is?
No.
You rub this on your feet. This has THC in it too, but it's a foot rub thing. And guess what? Y'all aren't getting this one. Taxes.
Oh, so now Mike takes taxes. Wow.
Yeah, there's another bath bomb down there, and there's a bath bomb here. That's what we're giving away.
Mike takes taxes. That's crazy. All of a sudden, people want to copy you. What's wrong with my mic? Where my mic? My mic is in my titty. Excuse me, guys.
Okay, let's start the contest, and then let's get to Thirsty Thursdays with a thirst trap. That'll be fun. It always is. We love Vanessa.
We love her. We love her.
So, I like the thing about the last guess, because then even if we pick a lousy contest, it still makes people guess, because they know they
Robert,
can steal
to
it.
win, you gotta go
What's up,
on
Steven?
Facebook, Disrupt America.
Because then the first person wins, and they can maybe take a sigh of relief if somehow they knew, but they won't know that they won.
Hi,
But then the
Amanda.
last correct answer wins too. The same person, in theory, could win both. I would love to see that happen. That means you're a real super fan if you do that.
You're a real super fan.
Who
We
wants
need
to be
some
the best
food.
super fan?
And I didn't take my wake up pills this morning. So.
Because, yeah, nothing's here anymore,
And
right? I
worked-
don't have
and
my
I-
hair
and
stuff.
I
You don't
worked
have
out,
your...
So I'm like tired.
I don't have my hair stuff, and you don't have your caffeine pills.
Mike didn't get to do this.
It doesn't even... Yeah, no.
Hey, when you do that, it make you feel good, huh?
No.
Stop it. Yes, it does.
No,
Bro,
in high
it's-
school
it's
I had...
moved on to your kids. I know it do.
Look,
It's a habit that's moved on from you to your kids. So that's how I know it's like one of them things where it's like, when you do it, it's like relief. Like,
I had an ox. So my early, I felt like my high school years were a little awkward because I was living with my dad and he wasn't down with like, oh, you need hair gel or you need this or you need that. He was just
tough.
like, here's a comb. He was like, you comb your hair and you get the fuck out the door was his thing, right? But my hair wasn't like his. His hair was always like coarse and would go the way he wanted. My hair just, look. I take a shower, and when the oil gets out of my hair, it just goes anywhere it wants. That's why I need to put shit in it, because it's just like, if the air conditioner turned on in here, my hair would start to go like, it would start to like flutter a little bit. So, anyway, I digress. Truffle. Today's contest.
I wish I had hair. I wish I could do stuff.
When you
like
do that, you make it look like I'm a leprechaun. Like, like I'm gonna do a little Irish jig.
No, it's just like you really do it like this. It's got a lot of motion, like you in the camera and you going.
Well, when I do it, it's almost like I have to fix it. So I am kind of like looking at
Exactly.
a camera. What's up, Laura Lee? No, Amanda, I do. I put stuff in every single day.
Moisturizer, mouse for some soft
Moose, not.
Oh,
Sure. But it would be funny if she was like
that is what that says. Huh?
moisturizing mouse. That sounds like a fun superhero thing, like little buddy.
Yeah, I don't wear moisturizing mouth.
Thanks, moisturizing mouse, for bringing me some
Beard Nation, exactly.
Moisturizing
mouse. Talking about Beard Nation. Shit.
Yeah, I trimmed mine today.
Just trying to get there.
I did a little trim job.
I'm working on it.
I
My
like
wife threatens. My kids like, you don't want to take a.
All right, so today's contest, we're gonna do I like it. People like to guess stuff about you. And yesterday's contest was fun. The second favorite sea animal, and we tricked everyone.
And somebody actually won. I was disappointed because I thought
two people actually, well, one.
Thought my trick was gonna win.
Well, you know how Heather is. She eventually gives she gets antsy and then she starts giving away hints. It's not a bad idea though, because it makes people keep guessing if they get a hint. You know what I'm saying? Then they like start guessing again. It's smart. Heather Marie's smart. We've been making them wait so long. Let's start the contest and then let them do their thing.
We ain't gonna never start it.
Hey guys, we're so sorry that we've been making you wait so long, but we haven't silently been watching you, but we've been watching you guys talk and stuff. We turn the volume down though, because we're live and so we're talking with people. But we're sorry we're taking so long. You know what I was saying to Eric? You know what? I'm gonna put my video on for just a second so you can see us too. I'll turn it back off in a second, but I was basically like, because we turned you down so that you guys could just talk and it wouldn't interfere with stuff. And I was like saying to Eric, like, look, they're like, they probably know that we're super late, but like they're having fun. They're just talking and stuff. Like they're doing their, and I'm like, that's the great thing about Vanessa is every time we do a show with Vanessa, she has her guest on, and it really could be like, Evita, we definitely want to respect your time. But that said, I was like, we could probably just do the show for like an hour and then somebody would be like, oh, hey, Jessica and guest, you guys ready? And you'd be like, yeah, we're ready, And like in the meantime, you guys just had like a grand old time for like an hour in a Zoom room. So guys, we're about to go to you guys in your segment. But what we've been sort of struggling with for a minute is the daily contest. And so, Evita, I'm going to turn my video off for a second because I'm going to switch to you guys so everyone can see you guys, but you'll still hear me. And let's see, I'm going to make it so people can hear you. We'll bring you over. So, Evita, every day we do a contest where we do a free giveaway. Today's giveaway, and I'm going to show you in your camera that. Oh, you can't see me, but I'm sorry. It's a bath truffle. You'll have to believe me.
I'll have to imagine.
And it's an infused bath truffle, so it's actually a THC infused bath truffle. And I guess the idea is that you get really relaxed, or you sit in the bath for a long time with this THC thing. And by the way, we're giving away 2 of them today, but not necessarily the same person. We're letting 2 different people win. Is sort of the idea.
Oh.
So, Evita, what we normally do is the people in the comments have to like guess something, right? And what we do is we tell we have a super fan. Her name is Heather Marie. She helps us every day with the show. She keeps track of like the contest as the show is going on, so that none of us have to watch the comments, right? Like,
sure.
but people can still, guess and then win. So what we'd like to do today is, and it can kind of be something fun and random, but we'd like folks to guess something maybe fun and random about you. And
Okay.
and hold on, to give you an example, like sometimes people have been like, like it can be, it can be something like, what's my favorite color? But I think that's kind of boring. It can be like, somebody a week ago said, name the song that I like to have sex to. That was an interesting one. Some other interesting ones have been. It sounds maybe it sounds a little boring, but it ends up being interesting, which is like, what's your favorite sea creature? And then everyone's guessing all of the weird sea creatures out there trying to win the contest, right? So it can be kind of fun. And so here's what I would say is, you obviously can't say the answer out loud. So what I'm going to do is even though everyone at home can hear you right now, I'm going to mute you for just a second, and I'm going to mute us too. But first we need to pick like what the thing is so that people can start guessing even, right? We need to figure out what the contest sort of like parameters are. What do you think?
Right. I mean, is favorite movie boring? Is favorite, or maybe like first song I ever sang in a Broadway stage? That's kind of weird.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, so
And
here's
it's random.
So,
no one
but
will
here's
ever get it.
I think the problem with Broadway song is that people are going to start Googling, which means they're not going to be watching the show.
Gotcha.
Right.
It's not Googleable.
No, exactly, which is why, like, and my crowd, even though they love Vanessa and all of her guests and you already, they're not like Broadway aficionados, and it's going to be a real struggle for them. We need to pick something.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. It's not a Broadway song.
Oh, okay.
Is why, and it's not. You couldn't even look it up if you wanted to.
Interesting. Okay.
If that sparks any joy.
Okay, Marie.
We're only keeping things that spark joy, including topics of conversation.
Nothing you can. Yeah, in the people are. I know. Well, Amanda, somebody in the comments is like, Mike loves sea creatures, and it's not that. I loved that contest because
Sure.
because people were like trying to guess the weirdest things. They were like, pufferfish and like, I don't know.
I mean,
like,
I do have a favorite sea creature. If you want that to be the question.
Oh, okay. So hold on, just a second.
Michael's got a seat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back.
Nobody,
Vanessa and
I know the answer.
Evita, don't say it. Can you message Heather and tell Heather what the answer
I
is?
can't spell that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's your first hint, everyone. Hold on, Heather. I'm gonna message you. Let's see. I gotta
I
find.
know it got 2 E.
Oh, I'm gonna accidentally message
I almost accidentally
Tiffany
said
too, but
answer.
Tiffany's not gonna know.
I'm just like
Whoops.
finding spots in my legs that I missed shaving. It's so fucking
I do that.
annoying.
I did that with my mustache.
All right, so guys, just before
Favorite sex scene in a movie.
Amanda Joseph.
Mine-
Amanda Joseph, what's your favorite sex scene in a
I
movie?
know mine.
But in the meantime, hey everyone, so this is the contest for today. We're giving away two THC bath truffles. And you're going to guess Evita Loca's favorite sea animal. We've already messaged Heather. Heather now knows what that is. The first person to guess correctly is going to win one of them. And then at the end of the show, the last person with the correct guess is also going to win one. That's how that works for today.
That's how it
All right.
works.
And Evita, thank you so much for, like, not only for you guys being so patient with us, because we were already running late, and then we saw you guys were having a good time. We figured you weren't getting annoyed at us, but we appreciate you guys hanging out, and we're so excited because every Thursday we have a reoccurring segment. It's called Thirsty Thursdays with a Thirst Trap, and Vanessa Paradis joins. Vanessa Paradis comes every week, and she brings amazing guests to have some amazing stories. And so we're so lucky that today that Evita Loca has joined Vanessa. And guys, we appreciate you being here. And why don't you go ahead and do your thing?
Okay.
Sweet.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're thirsty.
I am.
Probably high and you need a drink. No.
I am.
Cottonmouth is a real thing.
It really is. It's the worst.
The struggle is real with that.
Many a night I've found myself trapped under cats and I can't move.
You can't. Yep. You wish you had a bucket of water next to the bed.
Yeah. Somebody help me. Anyway, kids, my guest this week is my friend and love, Ms. Evita Loca.
It's me. Hi. I'm so happy to be here. It's early, but
I know you're like in full drag.
You know, we love day drag. The funny thing is about doing drag in nowadays with the cameras and everything is you have no idea. Like the equivalent to not wearing pants is a whole other thing for a drag queen. I don't have to wear shoes. It's like you don't have to wear heels. You have to wear a corset. It's great unless you decide to up the crop. Oh, I'm breaking things. Just say.
It's those titties.
I wore my
like
big
mine.
Boobs for you today.
Thank you.
I know I had
love
competition. That's right.
I love a big tit on a girl. It's great.
Well, what's not to love?
If I were a lesbian, I would be attracted. Well, I mean, I'm not a lesbian, but like we're all on the spectrum, right? So I like masculine looking women with huge tits.
Sure, like the Leah Delarias with a Dolly Parton rack.
I have met Leah Delaria like 3 different times, and every time I've been like, "Oh my God, I love you so much. I just
I love you.
I'm like, you're my spatula," and she's like, every time she's like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
I'm like, why are you acting like Queen Elizabeth? Like,
yeah, her version of "I Can Cook Too" just came on. I was Broadway Leading Ladies. I watched the whole thing in this quarantine. It was because I was feeling crazy.
right.
And I was like, let's watch some stuff from my childhood. Maybe it will bring me back and make to a simpler time. And yeah, I was like, oh, she was crazy then. I mean, in the best way, like a force.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's amazing.
See?
Amazing. So you and I have your daytime. You do drag all the time. So can we say that John is your daytime persona? Like,
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's funny because I've never really done drag for money until recently.
Yeah.
Which is very funny, but I've been doing drag since I was like 19 or 20.
Yeah.
The first time I ever did it was like in Tokyo Disney when I was working there. And it was crazy. I know I won this like pageant that we did this E-Village pageant. So it was like all the people that worked at Tokyo Disney, whoever wanted to join the pageant went in drag. And I had a different drag name back then because, who knows? It was like Skanky. It was like Skanky Deska was my name, which means like I'm slutty, aren't I? Is what it kind of meant in Japanese, which is so stupid. But I won, and I've been doing drag on and off, and then I've always sang. So like, and I've always loved fashion. I've always loved wigs and costumes. So it was like sort of a natural thing for me to like not transition, because it's not like I'm going to ever stop singing as a boy either and like doing drag, but like to transition to focus into more of a like doing this for fun and for money sort of thing. And and drag is, I find that now I was sort of doing this thing where like I was thinking that it was like lessening myself to do it, because I had that weird sort of veil over it for so long. And I was like, no, this is actually really hard to do. And there's nothing to be ashamed of with this. There's something to celebrate, if anything else, the strong women in my life and my strong female influences that I've had my entire life. I've had some badass bitches in my family. So why not wear their jewelry and use them as inspiration,
Exactly. I mean, you guys, John and I have known each other since we were, I feel like 4 years old. Like our grandmothers. I want to say 5 or 6 years old. Yeah.
So 10 years ago.
Yeah. It was last week. Our grandmothers were part of the VFW.
Mm-hmm.
And then your maternal grandmother was part of Little Theater of Fall River. And so it's actually crazy how long we've known it. Like it's like
you did Music Man too, right?
Oh yeah.
Of course. So that was the first show I ever did. My first show musical I ever did, and it was with you at full-fledged musical, like my fake production.
Oh yeah, because we all did like Miss Janice's like whatever, like
yeah,
and like dance recital shit. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, full production where you're actually playing people your age and not old men, and
right. Right. I'm not 10 years old playing Miss Hannigan.
Exactly. Once a character actress, always a character actress.
I do think sometimes I'm like, have I just been conditioned to be sassy and a character?
Am I an old lady?
When you're like, I mean, because we both went to the Boston Conservatory together. Like when you're like trying to have boys think you're sexy, you don't want to like, and then you have to go and play, what's her face, Eunice in A Streetcar Named Desire, but you're like 19.
Getting laid is hard when that's
the boys are not coming running.
No, your milkshake does not bring many boys to the yard when you're wearing that kind of bra.
Exactly. I'm like, I look just like my grandmother.
Exactly. Pretty as she may be.
Right. Oh, joy.
It's so. I'm assuming I can light my packs up and it's fine.
Yes, absolutely.
On this venue, this TV show.
Did you get it from Amazon or is it...
No, I think we ordered it from the actual company.
Oh.
PAX. And it was delivered.
Is it PAX? Like
yeah. Oh. I forget. I don't know what do you call it? What model it is, but it's changed my life because I'm a singer, as you know, and like it's hard for me to breathe in like actual bud and like smoke.
Yeah, because it burns.
So this is packed with actual bud, and it's just very smooth. You don't feel like you're dying after you exhale, and you can actually sing a song.
Yeah.
But it's cool, and it's really, I feel like it has a good use. It makes the weed last pretty long.
Does it?
And it's I mean, it's just a smooth burn, which is lovely, and what I look for as a singer.
Yeah. Well, I have a pen, and you like. And then sometimes, like I'm at the bottom of my cartridge right now, so I'm like sucking for life, and not in the good way. It's like
the only thing that is not wonderful about these, you have to clean it pretty often because the resin gets sort of goopy inside. So like when you feel like you're pulling like, on it, it's because it needs to be cleaned. But it's, you go in there with some alcohol and some. It comes with a cleaning kit, so you can just jump in and clean it. And it also it converts to oil as well. It has oil cartridges, so it's pretty great.
Oh, I'm definitely getting one.
Yeah, and weed has gotten me through this quarantine.
Same.
Let's be honest.
Same. I'm like every night I have a white wine spritzer, and I have my pen.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have edibles, but I have friends that have friends. Michael, maybe, I don't know, but they like to eat edibles on air in front of me, but I have no edibles left.
See, I know. I just took a trip to Massachusetts, so I was able to go and stock up at Northeast. I forget what it's called. Alternative medicine. Yeah. Yes, it was great. Social distancing, all the things. It was lovely. I didn't feel unsafe, and it was very efficient and moved like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. I love that place. I go every time I take a trip, and I'm like, I'm going to have to take a trip because
my partner
ain't no one ponying up.
Exactly. My partner Stephen lives in LA, mainly. Usually I'm in New York now, but and he is here now too. But he usually, when I'm there, I just stock up on edibles there because they're amazing.
They are amazing.
Yeah, and I prefer that to a puff situation.
Oh yeah, like we said earlier, it's like it's a full body.
It's a full body, and I need sit down, shut up. Not indica, because indica makes me actually pass out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fall asleep at 3 p.m. But what sativa or hybrids usually do for me is it gives me a very focused high where I'll be able to sew for 2 hours or watch an entire series of something and binge. It makes me very focused on what I'm doing. I'm like, the other day I was editing photos and I was like editing a video on TikTok and I was like, I've been doing this for an hour and a half, but the product is amazing because I'm so detail oriented right now. You know, probably to a fault, but thank you, marijuana.
I know. I need to find. I keep like I'm a girl, and I still get
What?
What? I'm a girl.
Me too.
Oh my god, I know. I
Sorry,
still get my weed from like stinky boys, and I'm like,
yeah, no.
And I just get whatever they give me, and I'm like, because I don't have to pay for it, so I'm like,
yeah, I mean that helps.
Oh, I'm out of weed. I'm out of oil.
Oh no!
Can you help me? Like,
you know, the girls help the situation sometimes.
Definitely, but did this end up? I have no idea what I have. I'm like, is this indica? Is this sativa? Is it a hybrid? Like, what is it?
It's a trial by error situation.
Yeah.
And not error. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh, I just don't like this high so much. Like there's one that I guess is a strain that they grow at Northeast I keep calling it something it's not. Alternative.
Yeah.
And it's like called something ice cream. That's like their strain that they grow there, and it's awesome. Oh. Yeah, and I was like, because I was like just like overhearing someone talk about it in line, and the guy was like, he's like, oh yeah, man, this is our stuff. It's amazing, and it honestly like that's what this is, and it's just very like it's a very calm but like focused high, which is my love.
That's
and
exactly what I need. That's exactly what I need.
I'm manic, so I need to calm down normally.
You're not manic.
Hey, if I can get into this by 10:30,
you're just high energy.
Yeah, if I can get into this at 10:30 in the morning, like I'm manic. I'm like, you know. Yeah. Oh my god.
Like how long does it take you to get into drag?
I woke up at 8 o'clock today.
Oh.
And it's not terrible. I've got it down to like an hour and a half. And that was after like showering and you know taking my time, and I was not rushed at all, which is lovely.
That's good. I know. I hate being crashed.
Yeah, I've been putting myself through like a crash course of like getting ready a lot because I've been doing a lot of photo shoots and stuff. So it's a sort of I was giving myself 3 hours and it went down to 2, and now I'm like an hour and 45, like feeling like I can be ready to walk out the door. You know, which is great.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah.
And all your photos from the photo shoot, do they go on they just go on like all the social media platforms? Or?
Yeah, they go on Instagram and Facebook. I just got an actual Facebook page because I had a fan page situation, which was annoying. I'm like, what is this? So I just got an actual Facebook page. Like, no, because you can't comment on videos. You can't you can only use it.
You can't play with anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks. I think the whole platform is dumb because like there's so much that you can't do. Like with Facebook, I wish that if I, being a performer and a human being, if I have an account under this name, I should be able to advertise through this name, not through a fan page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I my fan page is through my boy. It's just like so much drama about like how to get things.
Oh yeah, I know. Like Michael's had issues with like this show, like bullshit that they've like thrown out.
They just make it so difficult, and I understand for lots of it, so for security. But if you're like, I am this person, this is my password, let me do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, hoops.
I know. Our friend Savannah Devereaux, like she had an issue with her name. Like I think she had to choose like who she was going. They gave her like a big issue, right?
Yeah, it's just like a big issue about like gender and like all this stuff. It's just like what? Like you can't be this and it's like what do you mean I can't?
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
Like who? Like yeah.
Anyway.
Fucking social media, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, sorry, I'm putting my packs down so I don't break it. What's next?
Well, I was gonna ask about like any recent performances because as John, you've been on Broadway, you've done tours, you've sang on the Battleship in Fall River. It's all very illustrious.
The Big Mamie. That's right.
Very
upcoming performances. I had a gig before quarantine started at Stonewall, doing a monthly show on Fridays, which was awesome. But of course, got interrupted by all the drama with COVID. So I'm starting, I believe within the next week, doing a show on Wednesdays, a little salon, just to sing some songs and do a little short drag show weekly, just to get me motivated and be creative. And whoever wants to watch can tune on in. It'll be on Facebook and Instagram. But it's important to keep creative in these crazy times.
Oh yeah. I agree.
With everything that's going on, it's like you have to somehow find some light, Yeah.
I mean, they say people that sing are less depressed than people that don't sing. And
it definitely changes my mood, shower or track or and even when you're like, people always say, well, you're doing what you love, shouldn't it be joyful? And you're like, it is, and you're like forced to be joyful sometimes. Like when you're on stage and you're singing, you're not in the mood, and it will get you out of a funk when you have to force yourself to be present for an audience and force yourself to pull up your big girl pants and put on a face. Sometimes pretending will help bring out the truth. If that makes any sense.
No, it does, because it's like fake it till you make it. So like if
exactly.
I mean, I don't know
start
how
on the
many
outside.
times. What?
You start on the outside, it can creep on in.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm moody as fuck, and if I sing, then I'm like, I can get it out. Especially that's probably why I like to sing all those like belty, like that's why I'm a belter. I don't know.
It's like screaming. Yeah, belting is pretty much like screaming at the top of your lungs that people want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange.
Yeah, it is.
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland, Patti LuPone, like
yelling. But they're my
come
favorite.
to the theater and listen to me scream.
Exactly. Come to my therapy session.
Right.
Oh my God, I should show you my shoes that I would be wearing if you
show
could see
me.
Them. They're sparkly gold.
What size are you? They don't look like.
They're a 10.
A 10. That's good.
And ladies, they've been rubbered, so I don't fall. Oh no, I'm lying. These are an 11.
Oh.
But usually I'm a 10.
That's smart to rubber.
Like a late. Yeah, I'm not falling anywhere. You're not gonna see my ass over tea kettle. Sorry.
I feel like I feel like there's so much to be learned from drag queens. Like,
girl, we thought of everything.
Like, I mean, I don't mean like tuck my dick, but like
no. And just like I've been watching a lot of shows on TV in general, but a lot of shows like there's a show called Dragtastic. Have you seen that?
No.
With it's Alexis Michelle, some of the drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race who are sort of doing like a Queer Eye thing across America, where there's two shows called We're Here and there's Dragtastic. It's sort of the same premise, but I've been enjoying Dragtastic more just because it's more of like a Queer Eye, sort of like lifting people up and sort of showing them how drag stuff can be applied in drag principles going to be applied in their life. Yeah. It's sort of like sometimes like keep saying like you have to put on your big girl pants and like just do something that you're uncomfortable with. And drag can be the comfortable, the armor that you need to say what you would say only as a drag queen, or say what, so sometimes like putting on a red lip could be just a red lip, could be somebody's, safety jacket, like something that safety blanket that makes them, and gives them the power to like move on and like do something, and it makes them feel a certain way, and there's a lot to be learned from drag. It's all smoke and mirrors.
There's nothing better than like I have a piece in. I have a ponytail in today because I was like, let me just do a little Banshee look. Let me just, because like I wanted to feel, just
a large earring, a red lip.
I got my door knockers, like
right,
whatever.
And your knockers.
My knockers, yeah. They're always with me.
I did wear my big ones. I was saying to Vanessa before that I have three different pairs. So it's an A cup, a B cup, and a C cup. No, A cup, B cup, and a D cup. This is the D cup because I knew I had to compete with her girls, so I had to.
I'm a double D, boo.
Exactly.
No, sometimes.
Literally,
I can't get them high enough though. I think I'm gonna have to like tape them because I want them to look like this, but they just.
Oh, I hear you. You gotta get.
I gotta.
Just need. If you ever had like I'm sure the audience loves this conversation. Have you ever gone to like an actual bra fitting?
Oh yeah, I went to bra tenders, like before everything closed. That's how I know, because I was shoving these double D's into a C. And
Yeah, no. You know, there's this bra that Victoria's Secret has called the Bombshell.
Yeah.
And it has 2 chicken cutlets already in it. And what it does is it lifts and separates. So you go, and it just like essentially makes you like be able to eat dinner off your boobs.
Off your tits,
like,
yeah.
Blah, yeah.
If you have anything bigger than a B, you need a little like
lift.
You need a lift.
They're heavy, honey.
They're heavy. Otherwise, you're like
heavy.
Like a Vavo or something where you're like.
I know. They go under your armpits.
Yeah. How attractive.
Yeah. On that note.
Speaking of, are you ready to sing?
Sure. Speaking of people screaming in your face in the morning, let me sing.
Right.
Yeah, this is just a little song by the late great Judy Garland. Well, not by, but she sang it. She's famous for it. And I'm just going to do a little snippet of it for you so you can see what I do. Is that cool?
That's perfect.
All right, here we go. Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony. Zing went the strings of my heart. 'Twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to be in a perfect harmony. Zing went the strings of my heart. Your eyes make skies seem blue again. What else could I do again but keep repeating through and through? I love you, love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hoped we'll never depart. Dear, with your lips and mine, oh, rhapsody divine. Zing went the strings of my heart. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's my applause machine since I haven't seen a live audience in at least 6 months. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
That's a little Judy for you in the morning.
I love it. A little Judy. And so appropriate because we are in Pride Month.
This is true. This is very true. It's a weird time right now. There's so much going on. And, you know, it's hard to proceed normally, which is the best thing about it. Is there's so many issues that we have to address and face as a nation and as a country that have been just brushed under the rug for so long. So I'm sort of excited for change and for a new chapter, a new book.
Yeah.
Throw out the old one. You know,
exactly.
we need something. We need change. So
definitely
it's good.
Need change.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely do. I wonder what it's going to look like. I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of like online performances or.
I mean, yeah, I think that, you know, once things get up and running, you know, I hear rumbles of Broadway shows, sort of doing remote Broadway shows.
Oh, wow.
Like live performance every night with like cameras and stuff that you buy a ticket to and you sort of get a code for that night. I don't know how they would stop.
I don't know how you could do that.
Sharing that code or whatever, or what. You know, maybe a one-time usable code per person or something that gets you into this room that you watch the show on your TV. You know, you know, I don't know. But it is what it is. It's like you gotta somehow run. You gotta run the businesses. You've gotta, and it's not gonna be the same. But like, you know, and a friend was saying, like, what if you do 8 shows a week of that?
I know.
Like, you know, I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird time.
It's like, will it lose its magic? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be back at some point, but
oh yeah, I mean,
until
then, this isn't gonna last.
You gotta
forever.
get creative,
yeah.
You know. But it's changed a lot of it. It's changed the quarantine situation and the COVID in general has changed a lot for businesses that people didn't realize they could work from home as well as they can.
Oh
So I
yeah.
think that there's going to be a lot of things that change that way in general, just because.
Oh yeah. Do you think we're all going to get fatter though?
I already have. So yeah.
So have I. I'm like.
I think I gained like a solid like 5-10 pounds, and then we started intermittent fasting just so I wouldn't be eating all day.
I know.
You know, I was like, we're still eating crap, but at least we don't start eating crap until 2 or 3 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
I have like a graveyard of snacks because like
forget it.
I went crazy and I was like, Doritos. Like it was like I was buying for a sleepover.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Because I don't think anybody expected this to go on as long as it has, because it was handled so poorly. And with all the protesting and stuff, I'm sure there'll be another uptick, big time, because people aren't social distancing. Because this is because they were like, "Fuck COVID, Black Lives Matter" way more than dealing with that, which true. Is absolutely a truth. And I think that what it ended up happening is we're gonna get another uptick in this for sure.
Yeah, well,
but we're gonna have to deal.
The communities that have been hit the hardest by COVID are the like minorities, and yes, and the elderly as well. But like, it's been a lot of minority neighborhoods. Like,
yes, and it's because they're not being taken care of by the powers that be. So this is also needs to change. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just do our part and entertain everyone while.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Of course, while smoking weed.
Yeah.
Just to tie it all in.
Well, you've got to be, a fully realized version of yourself, and if that's part of it,
Amen. I wonder if they're going to guess what my favorite sea creature is. It's
kind of
random. It's kind of random, but my family had, I don't think this will give anything away. My family, when I was a kid, we would vacation in Florida. So I had a favorite sea creature that I would regularly see.
That's a good hint. That's a very good hint.
I'm not going to, when I would see them, I would be very excited.
I had no idea. I've known your song, and I had
it's
never
random.
would have guessed.
There's almost a tie, but no, there's not.
I'm like, my favorite sea creature is Ursula the Sea Witch. Like,
well, you poor unfortunate soul, you.
I know.
Yeah, I've also. It's just funny. Like, I would never have considered myself someone who would wake and bake.
Oh, I haven't done that in forever.
But here we go. People change. People change.
I remember you when it was like you did not even smoke weed. Like I remember being shocked by like, I think I came to your apartment uptown and you had like a vaporizer thing. And
we had that old school box vaporizer that I forget what it was called. It was something ridiculous. We still have it. We were using it. That's why we got this, because Steven's been home so much and we were like, we need a way to actually smoke weed. We didn't have a bong or anything. And I was like, he was like shotgunning me. I was like, I just want to use a regular thing, just because it's, you want to be in control of your own destiny here. So we ended up getting this, and it's great. It's the PAX 3, by the way. I just read that.
That's amazing. I don't care how much you love someone. Shotgunning, like, I don't want to, I'm like, okay, it's cute. Like, it's a cute flirty thing.
It's just like,
I love you, but
yeah. No, get that out of my face. It's like a wet, smoky hole. Just like, come here.
I don't like wet, smoky
holes.
Thank
you. You know what you're getting for Christmas? A t-shirt that says "Wet, Smoky Hole" with me in it. Just me with a PAX, like,
market that.
Who doesn't love a wet, smoky hole?
There we
go. There it is. You're just coming up with marketing schemes.
So, Michael, how's the contest going?
Yeah. Do we know?
He's like,
are they there? Did they leave? Did I bore you to death?
It's our show.
We're taking over. I've got more music. Play the track.
I've got songs as well. Let's do a duet.
Right. I want to hear that.
What would we sing?
Coming in. Maybe probably Have It Is or Here Again. We could do. I put my phone on do not disturb, and it's like I'm getting DSW discount
Like,
drop
I
down.
see you,
I'm like,
bitch.
what is happening? Exactly. I'm like, what is happening?
It's. Oop. I gotta.
Maybe probably Have It Is or Here Again. Posted a video called "You Should Wear a Mask," which is like sort of a PSA to wear a mask. People are crazy, and they're not even in their city. I saw a lot of people protesting the mask, which is very good. But check out the video on my Facebook page on my Instagram. It's called "You Should Wear a Mask." Miss Evita Loca did a little cover of a fully produced music video teaching you and showing you the importance of wearing a mask in these times. Terrible time.
So guys, we are back with you, and we've been listening in. So Evita, we heard that you like sativa.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I love a hybrid, but if I had to choose one, I would choose sativa.
Well, sativas can be so tough to get your hands on, right? They're almost all hybrids these days. But yeah, Eric is a huge sativa proponent for working out and for just getting stuff done.
Sure.
Yeah.
It helps me focus. Like I literally can just, for hours on end, and especially if it's an edible, I'll be able to just sort of plow through whatever I was doing and not lose focus. And I'm like, oh, I guess I have a little bit of ADD, which you would think sometimes sativa would make you a little more,
Yeah.
hyper, but it doesn't do that for me. For some reason, it hones my crazy.
Yeah, same with me. I tell you, I'm ADHD patient too, and I take a lot. I was taking Adderall and stuff like that. And I still do Adderall, Ritalin. I've taken them all, and usually if I'm not using them, I like to smoke sativas because they kind of give me the same feeling of taking Adderall, but it's not like the over feeling of like my heart racing and that
For sure.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It's funny. I think if I were younger, because I'm almost 40, and I think if I were younger, I think I probably would have been diagnosed with some sort of ADHD or some sort of mild form of that because they just didn't test for that in the 80s. Like it was just like I remember I went to a Catholic school. I will leave the name out in Fall River, not elementary, but it was like my preschool situation where there was a teacher who was just like, I would be like moving my leg when I was reading and like just sort of like not able to focus, and I would get like hit for it because I wasn't focusing on like, stop moving, stop. And now I know that was just me like working out some sort of like tick that I had, some sort of like not able to focus moment, and them not understanding it and sort of like trying to beat it out of you, which is insane,
Yeah. Well, nuns, right? So
nuns.
Evita, Eric was asking.
Your teacher used to hit you?
Not so. It was more like a whack, like a sort of like a behind the head, or like I mean, it was just sort of like a thing that they did. And I remember like we were trying to close, like I would like I'd leave the room, and she'd like try to close the door with me in it, because it was like in a closet. Terrible story. But like it wasn't like, but I wasn't like being like it wasn't traumatic in the way of I wasn't being beaten. It was more like a pay attention, like just like a nudge, like that, like a
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk home with welts or anything, but it was just like sort of like it was a not understanding and not taking time to even understand what the problem was or what the issue was. It was just you're not conforming. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I went through that. I didn't get hit because I'm the most defiant person you'll ever meet. So like I went home. I was like, later.
Bye.
And like,
I'm doing it.
And then they called my mother and were like, she's trying to leave. And then they sent me home anyway for trying to leave. I was like, you just gave me what I wanted.
Got what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was only one teacher that I ever had that sort of issue with. Or was just like, and looking back on it, and I was like, what? No, that was weird because I wasn't it wasn't a problem. It was something that we could have dealt with. It was just not acknowledged.
Yeah.
Or known about. Yeah.
Evita, and is it okay? Is it okay for me to say Evita, or should I say Evita Loca?
No, Evita's fine.
Evita feels more natural.
Ava, whatever you want.
So we have a viewer, Amanda Joseph, and she said that she loves your positive energy and she so appreciates it like during this time, and we all need more of that. And she wanted me to make sure that we let you know. And
well, thank you, sweetie.
And you do have a beautiful singing voice, by the way. That was
thank
amazing.
you.
Serenaded my ears.
Thank you. It's a little early to be singing, but we pulled it out,
Yeah, us singers alike. We.
Oh, Eric.
Huh? What? What you? Why you?
No reason. No. You're beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you was interrupting so abruptly. But anyways, as I was saying, us singers alike, it's in the mornings. It's super hard for us to kind of get ready and get going. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I do.
Yeah, you got to dust out those cobwebs.
Exactly. Yeah. See.
Well, Evita, we so appreciate you spending time with us, and of course, Vanessa, you too, as always. But we appreciate you hanging out this morning and sharing some conversation and some of your awesome talents. So I know I heard you mention that there was a way for people to follow you. Can you remind us again of where the best place is for folks to keep track?
Yeah, Instagram is Miss Evita Loca.
Okay.
And I think it's just how I think you can see it on my Zoom right there. Evita Loca. And then on Facebook, if you want to friend me, it's Evita Loca. Pretty easy.
Awesome.
And I'm on Twitter under the same name, but I don't really say much on there because
It's Twitter.
I know. I think I'm just too old. It sounds so terrible. But I'm just like,
notifications.
another thing. I'm like, what is this TikTok?
I know.
What
I'm
is
like,
this?
I'm not doing the jumping into an outfit. Like, no.
And I'm doing the things. I'm learning. I will not be that old lady who,
Yeah.
like, how do I do this? What is this? I'm like, I'll learn and I will figure it out.
Well,
yeah.
I refuse to be left behind.
I feel like I skipped right over Snapchat, and now I'm supposed to go to TikTok.
Yeah.
I agreed. I mean, Snapchat, I feel like Snapchat was just an app for like you to be dirty and like
I was about to
have
say,
it go away.
Snapchat is private. Yeah. That's for all
it's like,
the
here's my dick. Wait, no,
Exactly.
no, it's
That's
not
for all
here.
the cheaters
No, it's gone.
and the low key freaks.
Yeah.
Totally. And TikTok, I feel like is more of a fun, like sharing video, like being creative, making, all these videos with the brush, the transformation videos and stuff. I feel like it's not harboring as much of like weird shadiness of like dick pics. It's more, it's harvesting sort of like a creative thing. It's more of a creative outlet. And I was like, oh wow, I can actually do really cool stuff on here with editing that I didn't know I could do. So
Exactly.
I'm learning.
You're learning. Oh, now maybe I'll learn too. I do have the app.
And I don't post anything. I just do it and download the video and then cut out TikTok and use it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that
you
is
can
a good
play.
idea. Huh.
Because I just delete it right after. I'm like, it doesn't have to go up. It automatically saves to your phone. So I was like, well, I'll just play and do these things, and delete.
No.
And post
That
on
never
my
happened.
Facebook. Or, you know what I mean?
That's never happened. There's no video of me sitting on pie. No.
No, never. No, never.
I never did
like,
anything like that.
No, isn't there a viral video that like the cake farts? Isn't that like a crazy thing? That Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about things like that, but I don't.
Oh, you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah. I just remember somebody making me watch it on tour, and I was like, "This is the thing? Do people really get off on cake farts?" Like,
yeah. Well, I used to be a phone. Yeah, I was a phone sex operator. And
I know this.
And we had training sessions where we would go into an office and watch videos about what was current.
The fetishes, so that you would know
right.
when someone brought it up, you could be informed.
Yeah.
Hey, that's smart.
Yeah.
They're like, so there's this new thing called cake farts.
Right.
Vanessa, please, would you please sit down and watch this video?
Demonstrate.
please sit on this. Please sit on this cake and.
Exactly.
Right.
We want actual cake fart noises.
Right.
So please oblige your customers. Oh my God.
Right. I know. So then we're like all in our boots being like, is that right?
Just with frosting, like
Aw.
just ASMR.
Them sounds is too
It's worse than having to like make a pussy sound. Like,
Absolutely cake farts. It's more like I don't know. I mean, I've thought of some weird things, but like I don't know if I would actually go through with them in a video and try to put it online and make it a thing. It seems strange, but to each his own. Who am I to judge?
Yeah.
If it floats your boat,
it's fine.
fine.
It's fine.
Well, guys,
that
on
was tough.
speaking of cake farts, the contest for the bath truffle is going well. I don't believe anyone has guessed yet. I know that Heather Marie Brown did give a little bit of a hint. I think she said it wasn't whales and it wasn't sharks, because I think people were guessing a lot of whales and sharks and stuff. So,
if they want one more hint, if you make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, just not too easy, but yes,
Not too easy.
How many times have we heard that?
It's bigger than a bread box.
Oh.
Ooh, that is a good one. Actually, that is a good hint.
A bread
Because it
box?
cuts down some size, most.
Yeah, because you're not like it's not a flounder.
So
But
Eric,
there's a lot of larger creatures.
Eric, as a millennial, has no idea what a bread box is. So a bread box is something that you put on a counter that you put your bread in, so that all of your bread products are like away and closed, and it's just a little. It's like it's bigger than a toaster oven with a little door that opens.
It's a few inches around a loaf.
Well, yes,
It has like a little sliding door.
Exactly. So it's something that sort of has like, it's not, it's weird. When I go to like Target, I don't see bread boxes.
No.
Right.
No, I used to have a red one, and it said bread. Thank goodness they labeled it. I would get so confused.
I know. I had a butter dish that said butter, but it said it in French. So confusing.
I think I actually took one. Hold on, it's for my grandmother's house. This is kind of a bread box. Hold on.
I think we had a yellow one back when I was young.
This is an aluminum one that like it's this.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's.
I know there's like fabric in it right now, but this is a bread box too.
Oh.
I think.
Kind of seems
so
like
bigger than that.
Pan, but
bigger than that.
Definitely bigger than that. Yes.
Bigger than that, but there were a lot of creatures that could have fit in there, so that eliminates some.
That's true.
Ooh,
a lobster.
Well, here's
a lobster.
Here's what I'll say is I think that was an excellent hint.
Food.
That was an excellent hint.
Everyone give me no food.
Yeah, Eric's muttering about food because
Vanessa, what's up? You buying me something?
What's up?
We've.
You gonna give me some breakfast?
I'm a meal, not a snack, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me,
he's got a big appetite, Vanessa. You gotta watch out.
4 courses, honey. 4 courses.
4 courses.
Including dessert.
That's right.
And he eats the leftovers right away.
There ain't no leftovers, boo. Not with this meal.
Nope.
Wow.
No 30 seconds.
No, but seriously. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Evita, this is show 71 for us now that we've done almost concurrently every day.
And for free.
And
wow.
And from day
That's
one,
amazing.
we were sort of joking around that we wanted a breakfast sponsor. Like, we didn't care about, like, real sponsors. We just wanted a breakfast sponsor, And shockingly, I think we just shot really low. I think that's the problem. And so not only have we never gotten any sort of traditional breakfast sponsor, but we also haven't gotten any real sponsors really either. We have lots of friends that help us with the giveaways, though. We have lots of companies that do give us products to do our daily giveaways.
Sure.
they're sort of sponsors, but we don't, you know. And
Here's the
Eric
thing,
jokes about
we
taxes.
was
He
gonna
jokes
buy-
about taking taxes out of each prize,
We was gonna.
and he doesn't really do that, so we don't actually get any.
So what I was
So,
planning
like,
on
it-
doing was just not coming on camera till somebody was like, "Hey, we'll bring you breakfast if you come back," and then that's what I
Got
was
you.
gonna use. So that's why I was doing all these shows right now is good because then when we disappear, they'll be like, "Oh, we need you to come back," and I'm like, but I'm hungry.
We're just gonna release photos of like me lying there and breakfast and Eric looking sad and saying like Mike's in a breakfast coma.
Aw.
It'll be like a General Hospital cliffhanger, you know, like what will happen with Mike? Join us next time as we find out.
Will he finish his second hash brown?
I've been trying to sweet talk my ways to some breakfast, you know. So, hey,
You know,
Vanessa,
I know.
you looking
We've
so
been doing
good
this fasting
today.
thing.
Vanessa, you looking so good. Look at that hair,
On breakfast. What?
girl. Your hair looking so good today, Vanessa.
I'm wearing a weave, boo.
Clip clop, honey, clip clop.
I'm just wearing a little clippy clip.
That's her horse tail moved
I
up.
love it. I went out with a guy once, and he was like, I went over to his apartment, and
Uh-oh.
he's like, "Oh, what happened to your hair?" And I was like, "What? I'm wearing a piece." And he was like, "Ew," and I was like, "You're too white for me. Bye. See you later." Have a nice
Ew.
day.
Ew.
Interesting.
Ew. I was like, ew. I was like, how about you? Ew.
Yeah, interesting.
Ew. I was like, take your crooked, you know what, and get the fuck out of here.
Hey, you know,
Oh boy.
GTFO.
GTFO. I was like, no, nothing's ever coming between me and my hair pieces ever again.
Priorities.
Especially a crooked, you know what.
Right.
A crooked, you know what.
Oh, Lordy.
Well,
See.
guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Vanessa, we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah.
Evita Loca, we so appreciate you hanging out with us today. And everyone, make sure you're going and following Evita Loca. And we'll see you soon. We'd love to have you back on someday again.
Great. Thank you so much. It's been fun.
Awesome. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 That was really cool. Evita Loca's
Still hungry.
yes. I can relate. I'm hungry.
White guys aren't the only ones that feel that way, though. Just saying. Ooh.
About what?
I think she's talking about the weave thing.
Oh. Well, I don't know, Amanda. Like it kind of. I don't know.
I don't know
enough.
I'm not a fan of weave. I like one to just wear it with her natural hair. Because that's what I'm going to have to see anyway when you wake up in the morning. Just saying, if I'm going to be laying next to you, I need to be seeing what you look like. I don't want to wake up scared. I want to wake up with looking like my favorite sea creature.
Well, Derek, you have to guess. We haven't. The contest is still going on.
Hey,
and in
DQ
theory,
late.
Pearson's supposed to be coming on, and I think he will.
The whole time. I'm lying.
He was the very first person that came on today.
Well, Derek, it's because I'm hungry. It's making me forget. And then y'all saying all these sea creatures. That's like also my favorite food, which is kind of mean. Lobster, octopus. Come on, like what?
And it's crazy because there's nothing like really left here.
There's nothing.
No snacks. Wait, no, there is.
Snacks. Them
Not
is
snacks.
nice.
You don't like them though. They're all
Them
chocolate
snacks,
based.
Yeah, them is all for you.
I saved all the non-chocolate ones for you. Well, maybe except for there was one in there that I was eating.
So y'all see how low my eyes is? That means I'm lacking food right now. That makes my eyes low. So if you guys ever seen what's that TV show?
Look at this, Ritz Bits.
What's that TV show? What's the survival TV? Naked and Afraid. Y'all seen Naked and Afraid? That used to be one of my favorite shows. So Naked and Afraid, if you notice, when they start getting hungry, they start getting sleepy and tired. They start moving slow, and their voice get real slow motion because they starving.
All right. Well, I think this will be a good hint. I got a hint for you guys. You guys want a hint? Does everyone want a hint? Oh, and then I need to talk about something. After I give you guys a hint, I need to talk about something real quick. So the hint is it has already been, I saw it. It has been guessed somewhere in the comments. So it has been guessed so far.
Somewhere.
But remember, there's 2 of them that get given away.
I think he's lying.
So the first person that says it, and then the last person that says it. So
I
don't know for sure. But it's possible that like 2 people have said it. If
What?
no one else says it, they'd both be winners right now because you have the first person and the last person.
I thought I saw 5 people.
Really? This is real crunchy, though.
That thing is nasty.
I like it. Well, it has chocolate in it. That's why I don't like it.
I don't like it's nasty.
I don't like pickled eggs. You eat those like gumdrops.
Them is good.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not on that.
It's good then, and we're never going for the same snacks. There's no snack competition. You're not like that
damn
mother
right.
effer. Like, I can't believe he ate the last chocolate kind bar because you're like, F those chocolate kind bars.
Take them, man. You want me to feed them to you?
It does cut down on like my variety though, a little bit sometimes.
DQ
That's okay.
said I'm holding off walking to Corgi. He is thoroughly butthurt.
Corgis seem like they would naturally be thoroughly butthurt all the time though. But you should, Derek, you should bring your corgi down.
Smoky wet holes.
All right, I have an idea. For those of you that are semi-local, if you bring breakfast,
The
you
next
can be
person
our,
that say lobster gonna have to bring me some. Stop saying lobster. Stop
next person
saying
who
crab.
says dolphin is going to have to bring
Look,
me a
I'm gonna
tuna
give y'all a
sandwich.
hint. It's not lobster. It's not crab. It's not tuna. It's not salmon. It's not. What else is something?
What else do you
that
like
we
to eat?
eat?
Scallops? It's
Yeah,
not
scallops. It's none of those. It's nothing that you can get at a seafood store. Okay.
Lob shrimp.
So stop guessing that, cause y'all making me mad. I'm hungry. I'm starving. So the next person guess something that's edible, you got to buy it for me.
In case you missed the hint, it's bigger than a bread box. Don, you know what a bread box is? Trish? You know what I like about Trish? When she thinks she's right,
She stick with it.
she is like, I'm going to win that. And you know what I noticed the other day? She picked 2 like that. And right at the end, she was like, I like Trish. Trish is a good gambler. I bet. Trish, I bet you're a good gambler. Because you really thought it through. And you're like, I want to increase my odds of winning this thing. What are the rules? I like the way you think, Trish. I like it.
Appreciate that, DQ. You could send that to my address. I will be definitely sending you my address. I told you if you wrote something down that's edible, you gotta send it. Heather Marie, I don't know what you're talking about, but
He'll take 3 of them.
I'll take 10 pounds.
Trish knows how to win contests.
Amanda said I'll bring food, but probably won't be breakfast, maybe brunch or early lunch. Amanda has been our breakfast sponsor. Actually, we have not. We'll shout her out special tomorrow. She's already been our breakfast sponsor. She was our dinner sponsor. I'm sorry.
And I don't think she's still in the comments. I haven't seen her in a little bit, but shout out to me and Melissa.
Who
was our breakfast sponsor yesterday.
Breakfast sponsor.
Did you
Who
like your
started
omelet?
This. I absolutely love my omelet. And I miss it.
The memory. I miss the memory of it.
Appreciate that, Heather Marie. You can send them lobsters $5.99 a pound. You already got the address here, so just go ahead and make sure they cold.
And Heather Marie's even just guessing.
Oh, Don Grouper, we eat that
Heather
too.
Marie's the one person who knows the answer.
We eating that too, Don. You can send some grouper. I like grouper. I heard it was delicious. Seen a show about people eating it. Never tried it myself, but I heard it's delicioso. I like 3 pounds of that filleted. Send some lemon juice too. I like lemon juice with my fish. How many? What? You don't eat lobster. So
Of course I eat. What are you talking about?
Mike don't eat lobster, so you can send them all to me. You can send 5. I take 5. Mike don't eat lobster. Don't let him fool you. He just eat it because I asked for it. Now all of a sudden he eat it.
No, it's just expensive, so I never go for it. You wait until it's in season, and it's cheaper around here. You can get like twin lobsters for like $15.
I need to be friends with one of them dudes. Where them
One
dudes live?
No, I'm talking about in a restaurant cooked with like a side and a salad
I need to
and
be
all
friends
kinds
with
of
somebody
stuff.
that owns the boat,
And bread.
so I can just buy
I
a
want
basket.
bread from a restaurant. I want a restaurant to
and
bring me some
give him-
bread
and
with
give
some
him the
butter on it,
basket.
and I just want to put the butter on it and eat it. What else do I want? I want pizza.
Appreciate that, Don. I do like squids. You can send that too.
I want a good pizza with good crust.
I take 4 pounds of squid. Appreciate it. Want me to bring them this weekend? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Well, are we going to Beantown on Sunday?
Not if Heather Marie bringing lobster. I'm sorry, but food.
Well, she's going to have to bring them cooked.
Food overtakes
Isn't
all.
she? I mean, how do we... I guess
She
she
bring
can
them
get 'em
live.
cooked.
We cook them ourselves. She got a pot. Clearly, she do this. She got the big pot right.
Vanessa's going to be here too. Maybe Vanessa can cook it. She said she made lobster rolls. Maybe
So much better to just
Heather can
buy.
bring the lobsters and Vanessa can make them.
Party at the creek.
Wait, Vanessa didn't make... She made lobster rolls like she bought Lazy Man's lobster and then put them in a roll. That's what she means by she made lobster rolls.
Oh my God, lobster roll sounds so good.
There's plenty of places around here selling lobster rolls. Don said
Yeah,
fried
but they're
calamari.
19.
Don's guess is fried calamari, like the smallest
No.
fish.
I told her she had to bring. She said calamari, and I told her she had to send some, so she's gonna fry some for us. That's why she said, "Okay, Eric, she's gonna fry some for us and bring it." Right, Don? Is that what I was? That's what you was getting at, right? Because that's kind of how I was taking it. Yo, lobster rolls is $19.99 for one. Come on, bro. Like what? Why does lobster? And then you got 4 chunks of lobster in a roll, and then you got like 98.9% bread.
Vanessa, how big were the 2 lobsters that you bought? Were they like what, 1 pound, 2 1-pound lobsters?
No, I bought 2 lobsters and took
Right,
them apart
but
and made my own lobster roll.
Usually the ones you buy in the store, it's like maybe a pound, maybe a pound and a half. You're not usually getting too much bigger than that. But then otherwise, it's
So
like a
do you
crazy
like
amount of.
crab?
Do I? Oh, I do. And the infused butter part sounds great, actually.
Like crab.
Infused. What are you talking about? I like all that stuff.
Hey,
You just
guys,
eat. I just
don't be
leave all
letting
that
my-
seafood for
Don't
you.
be letting Mike believe. Mike don't like all this stuff. Just send all the seafood stuff to me. You got any type of meat, send it to Mike. Mike is the meat eater. I don't eat meat. I eat fish. So you send anything from the water to me, anything on land to him. Even exchange, you get like, steak. You get all the good stuff. The steak, the chicken, the beef, the all that Philly cheese. Look at, come on. What I get. Everybody always giving me vegetables. It's not fair. Nobody ever give me seafood. It's not fair. So anybody out there that got seafood, you send it to moi. And you send Mike the pig and the cow, yeah.
I like fish too. Derek, we are too. We're eating snacks here. He just had some peanut butter crackers, little itty bitty ones meant for toddlers. He just had toddlers worth of crackers.
It's gonna make me cry like one too, because they ain't do nothing.
And I had a kind bar, and that wasn't kind to Eric because he doesn't like those.
My stomach just flipped me off. Like, yo, you serious? This all you sent? What is this?
So, by the way, everyone, Pearson's still coming on in a few minutes.
We just waiting for him. Oh
No,
my
he
God.
is. He just messaged me.
I made steak last night with sauteed mushrooms and onions and garlic.
We'll take it, Heather. Whatever you're offering. I think I'm the jerk face. I don't even know what's going on, but
Jerk face is a strong word.
kinda. Because at least if you're a jerk, it's just that you're a jerk. But if you're a jerk face, it implies that just looking at you, you
See,
can tell
look
you're a
at
jerk.
Derek said, "Stop it, bro. I can't eat seafood. Dying. Kind bars make me hungrier." Exactly. Yeah. The kind bar stands for kinda starving. Here you go. Yeah, Dorchester, yeah, got bomb ginger crab legs. What? On delivery, Rebecca? So what are you saying? Like, are we delivering together? Are we having a party at your house? A crab leg party at your house? And you know they king crab legs, so they bigger. We have a party at Rebecca's house. Send the address, send your location. Be there in 30. Just found out after living down the street for 5 years. Wow. Mike, what kind of fish? You sounding real sketchy. I missed it. You gotta roll up. How you roll up? Mike, you sounding real sketchy saying that.
I like.
No, that's arrogant. I meant with love. Aww.
I even like fish and chips and stuff. I like crab. I like
she called
lobster.
me a jerk face with love.
I like scallops a lot.
You see this lovely jerk face guy?
All right, before I forget about this, I have something really important to say.
Uh-oh.
The other day, I feel like it was for the first time in my life, I tried mashed potatoes with gravy from Popeye's Chicken.
This dude was in the car losing it.
No, listen, so Eric was busy on the phone talking to one of his football buddies, and I was like, oh, I'm going to eat my thing before it gets cold. And the mashed potatoes was so good that I was about to tell Eric and interrupt his conversation to tell him how good it was. And it wasn't that I didn't want to interrupt him. It's that I suddenly decided I didn't want to share because there wasn't much. They only give you a little tiny thing. If any of you out there really love me, you will send me
Popeyes gift card.
Mashed potato. Yeah, I'll take a gift card.
Popeyes gift card for mashed potatoes only.
To only be used for mashed potatoes. I'll try to go in there and be like, yo, can I also get a chicken
No,
tender?
for real.
And
I
they'll be
should have
like,
seen how hype he was about this damn mashed potatoes.
It was the most excited I had been the entire day. Like he was like, whoa, what's going on? And I'm like, no, you don't understand how good those mashed potatoes are. Listen, all y'all.
That was your first time having that?
It must have been because it was so good. I wouldn't,
That's
how could I have
crazy.
forgotten? You know what? And KFC's wedges have been suspect for a long time, so maybe there's a reason why they canceled them. Yeah, for some reason people were having trouble finding our show today. Sheila Duff has been checking our page since 10 a.m.
My homeboy didn't have a problem. He never done that. Popeyes is literally down the shit. Man, hey, Popeyes, they apple pies. Oh my, let me tell you about these things. Look, y'all know McDonald's apple pies was fire back in the day, like back in the early thousands. McDonald's
Apple pies.
Apple pies was fire.
Yep.
And then they got nasty because they changed them. But then, let me tell you, Popeyes, apple pie,
They still deep fry them.
deep fries them, and then they put a bunch of cinnamon and sugar all over it. And let me tell you, when you pull it out, the cinnamon and sugar just fall all over your lap. That's when you know it's a lot.
But it's
That's
just
when you
enough.
know, like, that you're going to get, and every bite is going to be perfect. Because if you got cinnamon and sugar falling in your lap, that means that's extra still on there, you know. So I can eat like 10 of those in one sitting, but I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. No announcement in my feed. Damn.
Yeah, that's why we didn't get too many people watching today. Is because
Zuck is.
I didn't get it either. I didn't get an announcement today.
Oh yeah, Zuck ain't playing. Zuck like, nah, we shut.
I didn't get like the
down.
live announcement, and I didn't get it in my notifications either.
shut
And then
this
I double checked.
Damn.
So by the way, I figured out, guys, how you can just in case you want to make sure that you're getting.
Hello, Sheila.
Oh, that's lame.
How are you? I keep getting booted. I had a problem finding you this morning too. What? But I make a great apple pie. Can't wait till fall to go apple picking. I didn't go this year.
If you can get like
Awesome
that
apple.
thing, you see on the bottom there, it's got like the title and description.
I cannot
On it?
comment on any Facebook post.
If you
Trisha,
get that up,
Trisha's
there's the
bought
little
it.
bell thing, and then there's the thing that says see first. And if you click on those, I know Facebook wasn't working right today, but that's the way to make sure that you get notified when we go live, and it's also the way to like see us in your feed, more likely to see us in your feed. So you want to, it says like Disrupt America episode 71. If you're watching the thing and you can get the little thing at the bottom to show up with the title, the description, then over on that side.
Hey guys, you gotta wish me
right
luck
side.
because some company they got on my Instagram today, and they got underneath my pictures and said, "Hey Eric, we love this photo. Would love to collab. DM such and such, and our team will organize something special for you." I can't wait to talk
so-
to these guys.
Heather Marie, I love special butter. I'm not a big mushroom fan. I am not a mushroom fan to the point where I tell restaurants that I'm allergic to them to make sure that they don't put mushrooms on my stuff.
You allergic to mushrooms?
I'm not, but I tell restaurants that because otherwise I say, "Oh, I don't want mushrooms," and then they're like, "Yeah, we just put mushrooms on anyway because we like to put mushrooms on stuff." I don't like mushrooms. Do not like mushrooms.
Mushrooms is fire. You tripping? Mushrooms is fire. You tripping?
I like those kind of mushrooms, but I don't like. I like regular mushrooms. That's like punishment. That's punishment food.
No,
Why?
a
What
mushroom
good
is
is a
delicious.
regular mushroom? Tell me what good a regular mushroom does. It give you like
Absolutely
vitamins?
delicious. It's absolutely it helps your body become
A
stronger.
mushroom will absorb the flavors from other stuff that you cook it with, which is what can make it delicious, right? But I don't like the texture of them. They're like rubbery. Oh, Heather Marie, if they're special, cool, we're good. End of mushroom rant. Don, I just don't like mushrooms. I've gotten too many rubbery mushrooms in my life. It's BS.
Mushrooms are so delicious.
No, I like lots of things that kids don't like.
Look at the only thing I'm picky with is sweets. I'm just picky with my sweets, but I absolutely love any type of food besides peas.
I love cream of mushroom stuff. That's fine. I just don't want chunks of mushrooms. No, but the special mushrooms are cool. So we're gonna have infused lobster with special mushrooms.
What? Who? Who said that?
This is what Heather Marie Brown is coming to make us lobster. She says she's gonna bring the lobster. She's gonna cook it.
Making that up.
She's gonna cook it. She's gonna make us.
Put a pinky promise in the comments if you're doing it. You gotta put a pinky.
Yeah, you know what?
promise.
Everyone
That's
needs
the
to
only
start
way
pinky promising things.
That's the only
in
thing.
the comments.
That's the only way I'm believing it. You pinky promise it. Who else? Oh yeah, Melissa. We pinned her comments when she ended up living up. That's what's up. She cool. You alright with me?
Me and Melissa comes on. I don't think she's on right now. She comes on and off.
No rolls if they are fried in butter. Oh, I like that. All right, you gotta put pinky. You gotta put pinky in the comments. You gotta put pinky. I don't know how to spell it. Magic mushrooms are the cure for migraines. Yes, magic mushrooms do make your brain feel rather soothed. It makes me laugh a lot. I be giggling. I be giggling. How do you pinky swear in the comments? Exactly. You got, I don't know.
You gotta write it 3 times like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, you gotta put pinky swear, pinky swear, pinky swear. And then it should make, like a pinky thing should pop up.
And if it doesn't, you're not doing it right.
You gotta keep doing it too. Hell no. Oh my god. The pickiest eater I've ever known, not by choice. It's just grossed me out.
Well, Vanessa, how much is a half a bag?
Ain't half a bag of mushrooms. Fine.
Trish, have you ever tried liquid?
Never had mushroom, but I would do wow.
Pearson, can you do this thing with your thing and see if it'll flip?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. All right, now I'm gonna. Cool. Now, that's good. Now I'm just gonna refix it again, so that it
I'll
look.
call today and place a lobster order and pick them up fresh as soon as the boat comes back, which is usually Saturdays. Ooh, I can't wait to try this. I'm excited.
What are you trying?
Heather Marie's gonna bring us some.
Yeah,
lobsters.
Heather Marie is gonna bring us. She says she's gonna bring us lobsters. She's gonna cook them. She says she's gonna cook them, and she's gonna make infused butter, and then that she's also going to give us mushrooms.
Half a sandwich baggie. What?
Fun
you
mushrooms.
ate half a sandwich baggie of mushrooms? That's a lot. You mean like one of the small sandwich baggies?
And Pearson, everyone's been talking about food, and we finally each sort of had like a semi-snack, but we're not.
And they still want to continue.
We're not fed, kind of thing, and
You're
so
not fed.
it's been rough listening to them all talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this so you can make sure you see Eric good too.
There you go.
Yo,
It's tough with this light in the background, huh? It's funny. My face finally gets whiter. It's because all this white here, and then it's like the black right here.
Yeah,
Like, colors and other colors, right?
they think I'm Mike's shadow, and so they're like, "Yo, why is your shadow so dark?"
So Jack.
So, Jack,
Mike has such a large drag shadow. It's amazing.
That's cool.
How you been?
So besides being hungry, how are you this morning?
Pretty good, although it's tough to focus on anything other than hunger. We have a cool contest going on. We're giving away a couple of THC-infused bath truffles, which...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're truffles, and the name truffle just sort of... It doesn't help
with the
whole food thing, but they look wonderful, and so everyone's guessing away.
What's the question today?
I got some hot pepper seeds.
Why don't you eat them?
No. They're reapers. They're reaper seeds. They're dope.
Reaper, the one of the hottest peppers in the world.
Yeah,
Nice.
I want to try one. I'm nervous.
Yeah, that's that's the active ingredient in pepper spray or mace is well, my son's here, is peppers. Oleoresin capsicum is what they put in mace or pepper spray, and it does the trick.
I want to make like some like ramen noodles and put some reapers in them, like in the water. Just see how hot it actually is. Just by that.
Yeah, you just gotta get it all in at once, before it actually hits you.
Yeah, exactly.
Pearson, how do you feel about Oreos?
I mean, I don't go out of my way to buy them, but I mean, if they're in the cabinet, I'll eat them.
I think Oreos should only come with like one. Like, I think it should be a thing where you just take one side off and you just throw it away. Because I don't like I got this.
You don't like the sandwich action.
Yeah, I got this left, and I just kind of don't want it. I just want to get rid of it.
Oh, you just want the cracker? Or you just want the cream? Or you want the cracker?
I only want one of the crackers, not two. I want one of the two crackers with the cream on it.
Yeah, he liked the cracker with the white stuff. That's it.
Okay. Right on.
Which is why when you split it in half, if there's some look, I'm.
There's
this
too much
side.
on one side.
You gotta lick it, man. It's important.
That's a travesty right now.
No.
So, by the way, you have fans in the audience. So, both Trish says it's amazing to see you today, and Sheila says shout out to Pearson. That's you.
Hello. Hope y'all are doing well today.
Hello.
But I do have something I want to talk about, and it's kind of like it's been hidden to me. I don't even know. I should have done a little bit more research on it, but I've recently had some issues with the VA, and apparently I'm not the only one that it's happened to, where they have address from 3 or 4 years ago. They send you a notice of reeval for your compensation and pension. And if you don't show up to that appointment where they sent the reminder or the notification to the wrong address, they drop you substantially in your compensation and benefits. So, I lost dental, I lost base privileges, $2,000 a month in compensation from injuries sustained in war.
Whoa.
And it's not easy to get it back. Trust me, they'll cut it immediately, and it can take you over a year, if not more, to get these benefits back. And I mean, I got it cut when maybe it was September last year. So Odin was 3 or 4 months old, or 5 months old. He was born in April. So, and there's nothing worse than waking up in the morning thinking that you got all your bills paid and you got a little bit of money in the bank, and come to find out you're $1,000 in the hole. So I don't know an answer to that issue where they're just going to drop you, but I do have an answer to being able to get in touch with the VA pretty quickly, like compared to like the regular hour wait time listening to elevator music.
Okay.
And getting sent to the wrong operator and getting put on another elevator music infested call waiting. So the website is www.va.gov. I'll just send this to you, but it's called the White House VA hotline. Now, you are not calling the White House. All right, it is just simply called that. I have no idea who named that, but I can take a guess. But it is a hotline that is ran by people affiliated with the military or veterans, or are themselves military veterans. There's really no wait time. I think I was waiting on the phone for 2 or 3 minutes, and it's almost similar to getting your senator to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Pearson Kennedy Crosby has an issue. Deal with it." And I called on a Friday afternoon here, so it was close of business was already over with in on the East Coast, and the woman I spoke to was awesome. She took down everything that I said. She gave me some advice, made sure my information is up to date, and by Monday morning here, I had a phone call from the VA in Anchorage, telling me what I needed to do to try to fix this problem. I wouldn't recommend it for small. I mean, nothing with the VA is small. I can't say it like that. The VA is in place to help people that have severe injuries from serving our country for going to war and or assisting in us going to war. Big things right now are TBI, PTSD, and military sexual trauma, which are not simple things to fix. Like my situation, I missed this appointment. They dropped me down from 70% to 100 to 0 for PTSD, severe depressive disorder, and traumatic brain injury. Now they came up with it, and which means I'm diagnosed with it, but it's not affecting my life. It's crazy. There are no cures for either any of them. It's sustained treatment and being able to cope with the experience of either war or being sexually assaulted in the military. And for them to just, they're supposed to give me a 60-day notice. They sent it to an ex-girlfriend's place where we moved in together. Yeah, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if she just burned it,
Right.
So you can either Google White House, VA White House hotline, or Mike, do you want me to just send it to you and you put it in the credits tomorrow or something? Or
if you send it into our group thread, Heather Marie can put it in right now, and we'll pin it up on the comments right now.
All right. Well, I will do that right now. Stand by. I should have done this prior, huh? So, what do you guys got planned for the day?
Just the show.
Oh man.
It's funny that your video stopped because now my face is giant on screen.
Oh, it's a pretty face, though.
Oh, the pretty face.
The humanity. Cool.
So how's
And now
everything
Heather.
going in Boston? Anything calming down yet? Sorry, I'm like completely just disconnected from everything that's going on. Is that a topic that you guys are discussing?
Which topic is that?
The civil unrest.
I think that it's a topic that Eric and I sort of have been addressing outside of the show, but we haven't really talked.
Well,
We haven't really. There's just the civil unrest going on and stuff. We don't talk about
the
it.
protest?
The protesting and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about it on the show too much.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I think I tend to think probably a lot of the people who are actually watching kind of know.
It's a learning experience for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And what's really cool is I've actually seen a number of people, a number of people like sort of grow and show some growth pretty quickly, and I think it's important. The one thing I'll say is I think it's important for people who aren't black
realize.
who aren't black to be speaking up right now, because it's more that we just need to set a good example. And you know how it is
Yes.
when people are angry, real angry in your face, it's tough. Sometimes it's tough to be accepting of that and stuff. So I think it's really important for.
Absolutely. I think one of our founding fathers said once, once the people that aren't affected by injustice speak out against injustice is when change happens. And hopefully we can live by that or find some solitude in it.
Yeah,
But,
well, you know, I think.
Well, we did touch on it one day.
I think
We took some time to talk about it one day, and
yeah, no, it's fair. I know Facebook and all the outlets are really censoring stuff, and I understand. It's
that's probably what happened to that show.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, so we had a show just completely disappear the other day.
And we was talking about it.
I watched it. I really liked that show. It was I mean, now you guys were, it was PG as hell. So yeah, hopefully I didn't just get this one blocked. So,
no, well, the thing it wasn't even the sex show that they pulled. It was the one.
No, it was the cartoon. It was the superheroes one, right?
Yeah, it was the superheroes one, and we still have it on Eric's page. They didn't pull it on Eric's page, so when we go live, even right now, it goes to Eric's page and it goes to Disrupt America. And Eric's page.
Yeah, mine I share you guys' show every time I'm watching it.
No, I appreciate it, and all of the.
Yeah, show 69.
Maybe it's because we had the number 69 in the title.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Nobody likes 69, right?
Well, apparently Zuck doesn't.
Oh, he's never tried it.
I'm sure he's pretty vanilla.
Yeah, well, that's the whole reason he started Facebook was to get friends and stuff. He's got a lot of friends now that he's never met.
No, the only thing that I would say about everything going on now is just look at your black friends and see how emotional they are about it, and if that doesn't right there make you at least want to look into it and learn and understand the situation at hand, then I mean, I don't know what else. There's really nothing more else to say. It's a world. It's a worldwide thing.
I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, I've been asking questions to my black friends that those my one buddy Mace. He'll send me some stuff, but he sent me a video of a reverend walking out on one of the governors of a state. I think it was like Georgia or something. And I asked him about it, and I didn't. There was nothing ill-intended with the question, but I could feel it just over a text message that it was like, and we discuss all types of stuff, and it wasn't like he was angry with me, but it was just like I'm asking these questions because I want to know, and the more that because we can't understand. I mean, we can try to guess or try to associate the feeling of what discrimination and racism in America is, but at the end of the day, I am like this stereotypical picture of a privileged white boy, and I try not to come across like that or anything, but I
know what you mean. You just wasn't sensitive when you were asking him the questions, and he probably took it.
I guess it was too direct.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that can come off as a little. That can come.
Yeah,
off,
and I thought he knew I didn't mean anything by it, but it was how direct I was and how insensitive I was. I should have known better, being that what I do. In my free time, which is try to help people in behavioral health situations.
No, and we can feel, and I'm telling you, you can feel who's trying to who's trying to be sensitive to the subject and ask the question, nicely. And then you can also tell who's like trying to, spark a
Instigate
fire.
something.
And so like you can usually tell, and just respecting each other is just at the end of the day is what it comes down to.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I get what you're saying. It's like I was talking to Mike last night, like in Iraq, and it's the closest thing I can even come to even imagining what an entire life growing up would be like. In a few, a significant amount of time between 19 and 21, I was in a country that every time I went outside the place I lived, people were looking to kill me, and not just in a quick and merciful manner. Literally videotape my head getting chopped off for their god, and I remember that feeling, and it was a country that wasn't mine. It wasn't something I grew up in, and so there was a difference between that. And yeah, it's nothing that I could even imagine. And yeah, all we can do is try to get the upcoming generations of Americans not to allow this.
Yeah, that's what it's mainly about, because eventually it's going to be a whole new set of people in the office, and the best thing to do is just make sure the right people are out there, making sure we all are equal.
Exactly. Yeah. It takes, and the founding fathers put that in a way where it's going to be a slow process. The quickest time frame to completely exchange everybody in the government and the elected aspect of it is 6 years. From one election to six, then to the third election time frame. So it's something that I believe Americans are passionate about. There are enough Americans that are going out and trying to do this peacefully, and I don't think that's a whole different.
Yeah, it's always going to be some.
Yeah,
it's
but
always,
there's it's something that needs to change, and if we are in this society where we want everything now, we want everything done now, and that's the thing with the government. It doesn't allow you to do stuff like that,
So
and as long as we maintain this in a sensible manner where we are driving towards the end of this type of injustice and maintain it, we can change out the government, and the government's going to be the first thing that we need to try to get people in that are conscientious about this and are on the side that is all men are created equal, and that's it. We need it to happen.
And it's crazy because there's people out there in the protest that's trying to, be protesters, and then it's knuckleheads that's doing stupid stuff that's
Eric Chase
making us look bad. And
Eric chased off about 8 white nationalists that were somewhere between 7. No, they were white kids wearing the helmets and the vest gear. They were totally
they were going around writing
they were tagging
no good cops are dirty, all over the buildings, and I'm like, yo, that's not protesting.
Yeah, that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
And it's
and it's just like a little taste of that there are people out there. I mean, when you get that many people together who are kind of upset, the energy, it starts building off of itself, right? And so you will inevitably have even a few of those people who are just sort of ready to like do something a little crazy, right? And in the meantime, everyone's wearing masks anyway. They're all, as protesters, like encouraged to wear masks.
You are part of the herd now, and there's a much better chance you getting away with something that you've wanted to do in a complete what is it, like a not an instinctual, like a primal urge type thing, like, oh, I've always wanted to break a window, or let's see what it feels like to steal something. And it's like going out and partying hard one night, like, man, I did not expect that. People don't know what they are capable of, or what they, if they go by their just that moment that we've all had that we regret at some point in our lives,
So, what I will say is that, everyone's allowed to make their own decisions. They're allowed, you can't force me to care about something in particular. I can't force you to care about something in particular. Like, we're all driven by our own things. And for some of us, sometimes in life that remains very, like, sort of close and centric, right? Like, sometimes we need to prioritize ourselves first, or sometimes our families first. And then other times we have room in our lives to, and sort of the capacity to, to expand that circle to others, right? But what I would say, the one thing that I will say is that, like, when we're deciding what it is that we really care about, if what we care about are, let's say, the idea of the issue of black men being murdered, right? It's important to like understand what we say and how that affects the narrative, right? And so it's sort of like, I'll just put it this way: if you're having a fight with your wife, and she's really mad at you because you stayed out all night and she was expecting you back and you didn't come home all night, and when you get home and she's arguing with you, how do you and I'm not asking literally, it's a rhetorical question, but like, how do you handle that conversation?
Exactly. It's the difference between getting fucked or getting fucked.
Yeah. Do you listen to her? Do you try to listen? And even if you're wrong, or even if you had a part in what was wrong with it, like, do you really listen to what it is that she's complaining about? Or do instead you try to distract the conversation, or talk about the fact that when you came in, she slammed something on the table and it broke, right? Because she was so mad at you that you were out all night. And if what you want to focus on is the fact that she slammed something on the table and broke it, then that's okay. You can do whatever you want, but you're not going to make her feel any better, and you're not going to come to any resolution of the issue unless you actually talk about the issues and listen to her, right? Because if she's the one who's angry, it shouldn't be you doing all the talking. It should be her doing all of the talking.
I got some PTSD.
So, well, do I? Maybe.
Talk about the way you talking about it. You sound like it happened to you.
No, I think it's all happened to it. No, I know how to mediate though.
No,
like,
I'm talking about the story you were just telling.
Yeah, no, well, because I tell that story a lot because I think it's the one story that most white dudes can relate to.
It's the way that but it is the way that you communicate is the way that the conversation's going to go. I mean, like, this plaque right here was given to me by the Philadelphia Police Department and the Department of Behavioral Health and Intellectual Disability Services in Pennsylvania. And that's what I do for them, is train the police how to be active listeners. And so, like, my whole goal is, our whole goal, I'm part of a team that trains police officers, and our goal is to make sure, or try to give them another outlet rather than pulling their gun, and identify behavioral health emergencies, how to de-escalate situations, how to be a police officer, really. I mean, essentially, that is what they're there for, is to serve. And and it's something that I believe is one of the most important things that I do. I mean, we've been doing it for about 4 years, and it's been well received. And I've gotten calls from police that we've trained, said, "Hey, I'm so glad we had that course, because this could have changed." Or like, "Oh, there was a dude. He was in distress. I wouldn't have been able to identify. I would have thought he was just on drugs or something if I hadn't taken the course, and I wouldn't have thought of calling one of the officers that were on duty to come talk to him, because I knew he was a veteran, or I knew he could relate to this person." Or calling in a female officer when it's a female that's under duress, and it's communication is absolutely the key factor in any relationship, whether it's your mother, your father, brother, sister, spouse, kids. The way that you structure that sentence and the way that you say it means everything. It doesn't mean your words aren't even as important as how you come across, your body language, your tone. And I don't. It's something that we all communicate. We all talk. We take it for granted, and we assume people should know, like our significant others should know how we feel, why we feel that way, what they should and shouldn't do. They did this because they hurt me, or they wanted to hurt me. But if you don't tell your significant other what you want, what you need, and how you feel about something, you can't assume that they're just going to know how to do it or know why they should do it. And that goes with all relationships, I think. The cutoff of good communication, I think, is majority, if not all, of the reason of divorces. And once you can't talk to the person that you've decided to live with, it's gone, you know? There you go. There's my preaching about communication. It's important. It's key.
Well, and and I think also just, you know, it's when you and I suppose it's an important note if you want to like manipulate a conversation too, but like if the more that you talk, the more that you control the conversation, the more that you sort of control, you know, the more that you guide the narrative, the more that you control the conversation. And so, you know, if people out there really do care and they want to they want things to get better, what I would say is it's just important to really listen. And so if you're talking,
listen, that's exactly it. It is being an active listener. You're exactly right.
And so the other thing I would say too is like when you don't understand what's going on or why something is happening, it's better to like really listen. And it might mean that you need to ask a question or two, but like you need to think about what kind of questions you're asking, right? And so for me, like to, you know, and I'd love for us to at some point, you know, well, one thing I will say in the comments, there's stuff going on back and forth right now about the idea of people like including their, bringing their children to protests. And what I will say is that the bulk of protests are completely peaceful, sweet, like they're almost sweet activities. It's literally like Eric and I drove through one in a town close to here yesterday. It was all students, all like children that were all standing there with signs, right? And just holding up signs and everyone's beeping, right, as they're going by. And that was the protest. Like you can bring your kid to something like that. But even as an adult, like there's protests that are safe. There's protests that are maybe potentially a little bit more like, you know, active and that have some people there that might be a little bit more, you know, anxious about things and whatever. So it's really about being smart and safe, not only with yourself, but if you're going to go with friends, or you want to bring your kids to show them what's going on. And by the way, all the stuff that we see on camera is literally like a one-way facing thing. Like you don't see the other you don't see that there's that if you don't want to be in that fray, you don't have to be. You can literally turn and walk. It's not even like, I need to run away from things. Like you can literally turn and walk away from things and go in a different direction if you need to. And there's no reason for these to really get violent. They can all stay peaceful. And Eric has been there, everything that we've gone to, every time he sees somebody doing something, it's really that he's coaching people into staying peaceful and telling them, if you don't stay peaceful, then this loses all its effectiveness, because then all people will focus on and remember is the little bit of violence compared to the massive amount of peaceful protest.
And thousands of people coming out, and it takes one or two to throw a brick or something, and it just loses all of its meaning.
I also think if we hold the police, if we want the police to hold themselves accountable with one another, we need to hold each other accountable.
Absolutely. We got to realize that we're all people, and
if they see us stopping the people that's doing the stuff that makes it bad, if they see us stopping them, then it'll let them know that we're not here to do bad things. We're here to stop the people from doing bad things, but also get our point across.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and it's. Because majority of people are out there for a good reason, and some people are out there just to exploit that good reason. The entire state of Alaska had protests, and none turned violent. I mean, we are here in Fairbanks. I mean, our nickname around the state is Square Banks, because we're just pretty much university. So it's a bunch of academics and then roughnecks and people that came up to be really left alone and to live their lives. And the only time I really saw some negative stuff when it came to people's rights, and so there was a issue with the LGBTQ community, with equal rights in employment, and the city voted in their favor, and afterwards there's graffiti on the city building, like something derogatory about gays, but you don't see it a lot here, and we had hundreds of people show up. Hundreds are a lot up here in Alaska. Show up or as a majority.
They had a protest in Indiana, and so there was people who showed up to protest the protest, and they showed up with guns.
Okay, that's. Did anything have, what was the end state of that? Did anybody get shot?
No, the police just kind of stood in between them all, and one side cheered and the other side walked and held Black Lives Matter signs, and the other people stood against the wall with ARs and shotguns and pistols, and yeah.
I mean, were they and that's a big debate. It's not a big debate, but I'm not specifically talking about this situation. Specifically, I'm not talking about this situation. I've heard previous protests, when firearms are involved, when there are a majority of the protesters exercising their Second Amendment right, there's not there's a less, and this is I'm not I don't know stats on it, but there's a less chance of bodily injury because everybody's armed. And in Alaska, everybody just seemed to have a weapon. Like, we don't have a carry permit. You don't need a carry permit to conceal weapons. You can open carry anywhere but a federal building. But at the same time, it's necessary. Like the university, they have a gun show at the university here. Like, could you imagine that? Like, like New York City having a gun show in one of their anywhere, but it's looked at differently. Firearms, it's a responsibility at that point, or at this point here. That's another thing. Like, there has been record sales of firearms, and as a firearms instructor, as a former military, doing private security, I'm very familiar with firearms. Like, I have my pistol on me right now. Not for any other reason, it's just because I always have my pistol on me, and I live in outside of Fairbanks, Alaska, where there are things that will charge and kill me. But all these people going and getting all these guns and shit. I have all these certificates. I don't know if any of them are up here. Like, those two are firearm training certificates. But I don't have a big arsenal of weapons. Like, I have my two weapons that I use that I'm familiar with, and then I see people that don't even people that have had this have 40 guns that never shoot, never get familiar with the weapon. And at that point, if you're not familiar with something that is a tool designed to defend yourself with, you're putting yourself at greater risk just carrying it. And you're taking that to another level. Like, if something bad happens and you pull out your weapon and you don't realize it's unsafe, and somebody else has a weapon and trying to do you harm, there's a good chance you're going to get the shit end of that stick because you escalated that so much. You became a threat to whatever's threatening you. And that being said, don't go out with a weapon you don't train with. Anybody that's listening, train, go to the range. You can find an instructor, take some courses, but learn how to use that damn thing because it can be dangerous. It's like driving a car blindfolded. Literally driving a car blindfolded. No highway. That's what you're doing, carrying a gun when you don't know how to use it.
Well, hey, Pearson, it's almost 1. I think I like the discussion. I think we should continue it probably another day, especially because there's folks that are still nice enough to stick around because they're waiting to see who won.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Who won? So hold on, I'm just getting the countdown thing ready here so that we can do, because we changed it up a little bit, and I want you to stick around to do the song with Eric, but we changed it around a little bit so that we do like a countdown. So there's 2 winners today. The first person who guessed the right thing, and then the last person who guesses. And when we do the countdown, then all of a sudden everyone sort of has like the last minute chance at
What was the question? I think I might have already asked that, but
the question was, so our first guest, oh gosh, what was her name? I forget, but our first guest, it was her favorite sea animal, and so oops, we don't want that, we want to save that, and have a great
And I got a lot of grass to grow today, or grass to cut today.
What kind of lawnmower? You got a driving lawnmower?
Oh yeah, I'm way too late. I would just set it on fire. I think if I don't know. There's like 7 acres of grass to cut, and it's been like we've had these crazy downpours. Like the dandelions are starting to come in, so you can't really cut the grass when it's soaked. So I got up to there. I don't know if you can see it.
All right, hey, I'm gonna start this timer here and just. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. 2-shot countdown. Okay. Bring that in, and I'm gonna start this counter, which I think is a 2-minute counter, so everyone can do their guessing and do cutthroat. So the first person who guessed it right, they're gonna win as long as they're still here, right? But the second prize goes to whoever's literally the last person to answer the right question.
Oh, so it's like a bid on eBay or something.
Yeah, exactly. Except you don't even know if you're bidding the right currency to like win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got you.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right, I got you.
So
yeah.
we're gonna start. We're starting the counter now. So there we go. It's 2 minutes left, and now start pouring, and everyone can start guessing. And when that timer reaches 0 on the screen, is that it doesn't matter if guesses come in after that. That's it. So the way we can verify if we have to is we can actually go back and see. But I'll tell you what, most of the people aren't guessing the right stuff right now. They all think they know what it is.
No, that's it. Of course you don't know, Rebecca.
Yeah, what was Grant's? I was so pissed I didn't get that. We had beluga whale or something.
Ooh. Oh, so by the way, Eric is about to go get it. We forgot to eat our infused peanut butter cup things that we have that Nate and Averill made us. So he's walking over to the fridge right now to grab those. Folks, you have 1 minute left. I'm going to give you all a hint right now. It's definitely not octopus.
That's what I guess for Grant.
It ain't got no legs.
Because there's a whole bunch of people saying octopus. It's not octopus.
It ain't got no legs.
Oh, that's a good hint.
And it does not fit inside of a bread box.
Oh.
But it might be able to.
That eliminates millions of species of animals there.
I know, it's true. It doesn't narrow it down that much, but it narrows it down a little bit.
Oh yeah, by millions.
All right, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh yeah, it looks wonderful.
It does. There's peanut butter, jam, and fluff inside of there, and there's a fried banana.
And a fried banana?
Yeah, there's a fried banana inside of the peanut butter cup.
Wow.
And we're done. All right, Heather Marie Brown. Let us know, Heather. We're going to let Heather announce. No, we're not.
Cool.
No, I like us announcing it.
Hi, Heather.
Sorry, Heather. But Heather Marie, you can... Oh, we lost Pearson for a second. Can you see Pearson? Oh, yours looks good. Show. Oh my God, yours looks amazing. Show Pearson. Pearson, you got to look at this.
Oh man, what's that like? Apple? Is that a Reese's looking thing?
So it's a white chocolate peanut butter cup. It's got peanut butter inside, infused peanut butter. It has infused white chocolate. It has infused jam. It has fluff inside, and it also has a little sliver of fried banana.
Man, I love me some fluff.
Oh, I hear you. Oh my Lord. Okay, so by the way, y'all can stop guessing the thing. I'm sorry, the timer's still up there. I'm gonna get the timer off.
So y'all lost.
Well, here's the amazing thing. By the way, do you remember earlier I was saying I was hoping that one person was going to win both?
You won both.
And this works out so well. This works out so well for me.
Because you only have to send it to one person?
I not only have to send it to one person, but I'm already sending them something else. So now I can just like throw it all into one thing.
Oh, look at that. Multitasking, kind of.
Right? So today's winner of the Bath Truffle goes, both Bath Truffles are going to one person. And that one person is Don Hansen. Congratulations, Don. You won, Don. Woohoo! Good. Eric's too busy. Mouth. Yes,
Yeah,
Don.
you guys need to start eating breakfast, or at least having some cereal underneath your desk or something. Where Dave
No, the more we look like we suffer, the more we'll get other people.
You would think so.
You're going for the empathy crowd.
Exactly.
All these amazing ladies, none of them want to send us breakfast. I don't get it.
Yeah, they all want Mike's Tiger, but don't want to send us breakfast.
You're pulling those heartstrings, right?
It's very strange.
Oh, this is good. Okay, so
Why are yours melting like that?
what's that? No, yours is
Melt in
amazing.
your mouth, girl, not in your hands.
Well, you're going for number 2 right out the bat.
I take you to the candy shop. You already ate 2.
Not today. I had one yesterday. You didn't have one yesterday?
Remember, because they was already melted.
It's not a contest.
They was already melted, and I was like, I don't want to eat mine melted. I like mine not melted.
Don, the answer was manatee. Shout out to Tanya San. Shout out to Team Tanya. All of Tanya's ladies in here.
All of Tanya's ladies.
We love them. And yeah, Don's gonna get two bath truffles. That's crazy time.
You mean 1?
1.5. 1 1/3.
Nah, you won. You already won. Too much.
All right, so Pearson and Eric.
Yeah, we're gonna say yeah. Let's hear the change in it. I'm gonna use one of my targets.
Don is so happy.
Write this down.
Oh, that's good. Shout out to Nate and April. Shout out to April.
So you guys ever had anybody shoot a gun on your show before?
What's that?
You ever had anybody shoot a gun on your show before?
Oh, no, you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm at my range. I'm gonna shoot after I talk to you, so I might as well do it while you're on.
Cool.
Let's see. Yeah. So what's up with the what's up with the you have a scripted song now, huh?
Oh, no, it's the same as always. It's the same as you remember it. Eric, in fact, Eric changes. Eric is cool with it changing every time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I just throw some stuff out there. I know 1 or 2 of the lines, so I just throw one of those out.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, we have some very strange endings.
Oh, well, it keeps it keeps people guessing, right? So yeah, this is I just set this stuff up so I can break it down easily once we start getting guests again. I got like a 70-yard target out there, and way in the woods I got a 150-yard, and then 220 yards going down that way, which is a straight path. I think I've walked through here with talking to you guys before. But it's a hobby. Hopefully I never have to use my firearm or anything besides paper and steel ever again. Yeah.
Chocolate all over me. What kind of gun you got?
My carry is a Glock 17 Generation 4. Stock. The only real thing that I have upgraded on it is the skateboard tape on the handguards and the slide. And that's just so it doesn't slip like the first time. So I've had this since 2012. This weapon has been around the world with me.
Wow.
And I like to, one of my biggest things that I gained from the military was keeping things simple, stupid. And now that I'm really getting back into shooting, I'm going to probably upgrade my AR. And I'll probably get like a competition pistol. Something that's easier to maneuver with and get on target. This is real basic. So you see the field goal right there?
Mm-hmm.
You put the ball in the middle of the field goal, keep it line, clear sight picture, and you pull the trigger. It's really as simple as that.
Show us how it's done.
Oh, I'm gonna miss. I guess I didn't miss, did I? Can you hear that? I'm getting 70. Probably why my neighbors hate me.
They already do. It's okay. I wanna come out and shoot with you.
Oh, definitely, man. I always encourage it. I love having people over to shoot. It's always safe. It's we're 30 miles out of town. The next thing that way is Canada, a couple 100 miles. In the background, if you can see the trees, the evergreens in the background, that's actually a hill that goes up. So unless somebody's low crawling in this direction, which I don't think anybody would be, it's pretty damn safe. So it's I have 4 neighbors within 5 miles of me. So man, I really want to. I'm going to try to hit that 70 yard. So the max effective range of a 9mm or this pistol is 50 meters. So that's like way out of max effective. Let's see if you can get it. Got it once. I was aiming way too high for it though. That's what rifles are for.
Well, that was pretty cool. I think that's the first time we've had
I want to come shoot some rifles with you.
Yeah, come down.
I love it.
Yeah, I usually like this weekend. I had my friends were coming back from the hot springs. There's a Chino Hot Springs Resort, which is it's a hot springs. It's like a hotel. They do dog sled teams during the winter, and during the summer they have all types of activities to do. And it's Alaska. We're pretty tourist driven. I think we took a lot of big. I know we took a big hit. Like the lodge definitely did. We haven't had guests here in months. So we have 18 beds for guests. It's a we run the B&B here. So
hey Pearson,
yeah,
Pearson,
so we have more than enough room.
I'm ready to get this tie off. So you and Eric got to do the song.
Oh yeah. You want me to start?
And Mike is tired, so he is gone to end this show.
And it's time to go.
'Cause Mike damn show don't wanna talk to y'all no more.
Peace.
Peace.
Take care, fellas. Thanks a lot.